across the picket line. Reporters will start the day with a rally outside its headquarters before heading inside where uncertainty remains about assignments and reporter beats. Some media sources say that if the court decision is allowed to stand, it would lead to the closure of the paper. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
A person is dead after being struck by a train early this morning in Elliott. This happened near West Carson Street around 2 a.m. And that person's identity has yet to be released, and an investigation is underway. A former fire chief and his wife are wanted, accused of inappropriate contact with a minor. Police say text messages between Nathan Turner and his wife, Stephanie, reveal illegal activities involving a 14-year-old boy. During an interview with police, the boy alleged Stephanie exposed herself while he was inside the couple's Leet Township home. The Turners are charged with corruption of minors, unlawful contact with a minor, indecent exposure, and more. As we start Thanksgiving week, charitable organizations say food insecurity is greater than ever. Brian Gulish with the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank says even with federal aid resuming, the charity is preparing for record demand.
Prior to the week of November 10th, we had never pushed 1 million pounds of food out in 1 week. That week, we pushed out 1.2 million pounds of food, and then last week, the week of the 17th, another 1 million pounds of food. So the food is still going out. The food bank, along with Giant Eagle, the Penguins, Pirates, and Steelers, will provide Thanksgiving turkeys to more than 300 families tomorrow at PNC Park. A longtime restaurant will close this weekend. The Grant Bar in Millvale has been in business for 90 years. It's been a gathering spot for generations. The last day of operations at the Grant Bar is Saturday, the 29th. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is up 94 points at 46,339. The Nasdaq is up 388 points, and the S&P is up 61. In KDKA Sports, Monday Night Football, the 49ers are hosting the Panthers tonight. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. For your home's window, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:03. Get ready to roll at the Bocce House of Pittsburgh in RIDC Park, where great food and great drinks meet even better company. It's 40 and cloudy in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic in the AccuWeather forecast next.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser Ellingham. What's up?
All right, Marty, what is up is things are moving well for the Parkway East now, inbound and outbound. You just have delays near the Squirrel Hill tunnels. All of the delays around the earlier closure of the outbound Parkway East at Bates have dissipated nicely. Parkway West on the inbound commute, just a little bit slow for you as you come past that runaway truck sand pile heading for the Fort Pitt tunnels. Very heavy traffic, though, on Route 28. This is because of a construction zone lane restriction, so the daylight crews are out working, and they are near the Route 8 off-ramp, but the backups around around that greet you right around the Highland Park Bridge. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine will fade beyond increasing clouds later today with a high of 52. It'll be cloudy tonight with a bit of rain toward morning, low 39. Cloudy tomorrow with periods of rain and a high of 56. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Only 1 in 5 people with disabilities, including those with autism, are employed, despite many having the skill set and desire to work.
Maybe it's because employers don't know what kind of jobs they can do?
Okay, try me.
What about a programmer?
That is a job for someone with autism.
What about a teacher?
That is a job for someone with autism.
Oh, how about a healthcare worker?
Yes, those are all jobs for someone with autism. The truth is, qualified people with autism can do a lot of different jobs, but often get overlooked due to outdated stigmas and beliefs. Businesses value diversity, but sometimes don't recognize the unique strengths and abilities of the autism community. Introducing WIN, the Workplace Inclusion Now program by Autism Speaks. We help businesses lead the way in inclusive hiring.
Ooh, what about a ranch hand?
Yeah! Sure, that's a job for someone with autism too. To learn more, go to autismspeaks.org/win. That's autismspeaks.org/win.
Eggland's Best, the only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best, better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I was thinking about your family this morning. Your grandkids this morning. Regardless of your job, your status in life, think of your son or daughter, or your wife or your husband. Think of them in a spot where all day long folks say, I want to kill you. Kill, assassinate, blow you up, set you on fire, maim you, rape your wife. Seriously. I was thinking about DeLuzio this morning. Whether you like him or not is, I don't give a crap. What I care about is the loathsome, guttural, nasty, cockroach behavior of the Americans who threatened to blow up his offices. I know his staff. They're young people, man. My daughter was there this summer. Would you prefer that my daughter be blown up? Would you prefer that I be blown up? Because I've had death threats here. So DeLuzio had bomb squads at all of his offices over the weekend because of you folks that hate him because he took on Trump. And then Trump manned up the ante, doubled down, whatever the hell you want to call it, and said, to hell with them. They still need to be killed. Is this the America you want? I don't want your rhetoric about how they're traitors. I just don't. What I want you to know is you're sitting there, and it's your son or your daughters. You know, let me tell you something. In the last year, most of the congressmen and senators I know have told me they hate the job. Hate it. Hate it. Reschenthaler says he hates it. Says he can't wait to see D.C. in his rearview mirror as he pulls out of that crap hole. I am not exaggerating. And then this happens. Listen to these threats. This is directed towards a congressman and his family. Think about your family in the crosshairs. Listen.
I hope whoever blows your brains out records it because I would like to watch you stupid. What a loser you are. And Kelly and Slut Ken, you deserve to die. I hope you all get murdered. I hope you all get throat slashed.
You disgraced America, and I pray you die today, but not before your family does. I pray they die a painful death. Hey, have a blessed day. And if they do die today, rest assured I'll be in church this Sunday because there is a God. Hurry up and die, you worthless. Traitor.
Scum. I hope somebody kills you and your whole family. An illegal alien. I hope they kill you and your whole family. For you letting them in the country. You scummy. You ain't an American. You're a communist, you Jason Crow. You scummy little.
Damn. That's just one little snippet of the love. These are Americans calling Americans. Play it again. I want you to hear this horror. Horror. This is Americans calling a congressman who has family. Listen.
I hope whoever blows your brains out records it because I would like to watch you stupid. What a loser you are. And Kelly and Slut Ken, you deserve to die. I hope you all get murdered. I hope you all get throat slashed.
You disgraced America, and I pray you die today, but not before your family does. I pray they die a painful death. Hey, have a blessed day. And if they do die today, rest assured I'll be in church this Sunday, because there is a God. Hurry up and die, you worthless traitor.
Scum. I hope somebody kills you and your whole family. An illegal alien. I hope they kill you and your whole family. For you letting them in the country. You scummy. You ain't an American. You're a communist, you Jason Crow. You scummy little.
How was your weekend? That's where we're at. They're public servants, man. They're trying to make a difference. They released a video so you want their throats slashed. You would pleasure yourself, in essence, by watching them die. That's one of thousands. The feds were busy all weekend tracking, 14,000 death threats to congressmen's office, congressmen and senators' offices this year. 14,000, all-time record. 14,000 death threats. This is it, huh? This is your way up. This is your way to what? Get even. I'm sitting there thinking of DeLuzio's kids, man, little kids, and his wife, home, alone, at night. Huh? Lights out, noise outside. What do? No, really. What do? No wonder they don't like it. No wonder they hate their damn jobs. Blame who you want. I blame you. I blame you for embracing this horrifying addiction to violence. This is Charlie Kirk stuff, man. Huh. We can't take this as, idle threats, blowhards. This is Charlie Kirk stuff, man. You think one of these people would want to put a bullet in DeLuzio's head and blow it up, or any of them? Chris is at work this morning. All of them are at work this morning. And Trump doubled down, called them traitors again, said he still wants them hung. To which I ask you, is this as good as it gets? And if that's your son, or grandson, or daughter, or husband, do you want them dead? I don't think so. So what's happened to us? When did we lose it? When did we go from, we have to disagree here, to slit their throats and watch them bleed to death? 866-391-1020. Welcome to the race to the bottom. Disgusting. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? Is one of the heaviest spots we have right now in the rush hour is actually due to daylight construction zone lane restrictions. So if you're trying to come southbound out of the Allegheny Valley on Route 28, you do have a single lane traffic pattern as you get close to the Route 8 off ramp. And because of that, you'll find slowdowns greeting you on southbound 28 as far back as the interchange with the Highland Park Bridge ramp. So do leave some extra time as you travel there. Also seeing heavy traffic on Butler Street across the river as you approach the intersection with the 62nd Street Bridge and try to make your way up into the Etna area. Parkway West on the inbound commute is slow for you right around the Banksville on-ramp before before the Fort Pitt tunnels. Parkway East inbound looks good. Just a minor delay before the Squirrel Hill tunnels. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Granny cams. Cameras in nursing homes to protect your loved ones, your grandparents, your parents. And the man that supports that more than any other lawyer I know in the entire state, Rob Pierce. It's why I love him, quite frankly. He has represented hundreds of senior citizens, protecting their money, their lives, on behalf of their family, sometimes in desperate need of help. And at the end of the day, Rob Pierce has been doing this for 40 years, and he's the best at it. He takes care of people, representing clients that really need help. Big settlements. Robert Pierce and Associates. PierceLaw.com. PierceLaw.com. Rob Pierce is the guy I call and say, hey, Rob, we need your help on something. You know what Rob says? Let's go. I'm all in. PierceLaw.com.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
So, we have 5 Bowser cars. Yep, 5. They're magnificent people. The sales team, the repair team, the inspection team. For example, my daughter had an accident in a parking lot of a grocery store. Nothing major, but it needed work. It's a true story. Bowser didn't have the part to fix her car. So they gave us a loaner. While we had the loaner, they sent one of their people out of state to pick up the parts to fix her car. And when your car breaks, they come and pick it up. They give you a loaner. They repair the heck out of it. And they do it with insane gratitude and efficiency and pricing. Why? Bowser family, man. It's all about family. We have 5 cars there for a reason, because Bowser is the best.
Lamont gift certificates make great holiday gifts. Through December 30th, buy a $200 Lamont gift certificate and receive an extra $50 valid January 2nd to March 31st, 2026. Buy gift certificates in person or call Lamont 412-431-3100.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Play that again. I want people to hear this. It's disgusting. I want you to remember this all day. Calls to a congressman's office.
I hope whoever blows your brains out records it, because I would like to watch you stupid. What a loser you are. And Kelly and Slut Ken, you deserve to die. I hope you all get murdered. I hope you all get throat slashed.
You disgraced America, and I pray you die today, but not before your family does. I pray they die a painful death. Hey, have a blessed day. And if they do die today, rest assured I'll be in church this Sunday, because there is a God. Hurry up and die.
Run that call, please, buddy, real quick. I gotta go. That's my cousin.
Scum. I hope somebody kills you and your whole family. An illegal alien. I hope they kill you and your whole family. Or you're letting them in the country. You scummy. You ain't an American. You're a communist, you Jason Crow. You scummy little.
This isn't the beginning, middle, or the end of it. And it's just not Democrats getting this. My friend Eileen Cunningham, the secretary of the Republican Party here in Pittsburgh, who I love. Well, Eileen, this is not, you've heard this crap, have you not? Face to face, haven't you?
Absolutely. When I was tabling, we were up with a mayoral candidate, J.D. Longo, and a lady came.
Hold on. Slippery Rock. I love him. Go ahead. Former Marine.
Yes.
Great father. Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
Trumper. Loves Trump. Trump loves him. Go ahead.
Yeah, and he's part of the community up there. I mean, that's his hometown. So it's a friendly place. We were just, at a little table at a festival saying, hello, this is J.D., vote for J.D., and this woman came up nose to nose with me, like I was back up against my table, and started screaming. She said, I hope you get raped by a migrant, and I hope that they rape all of your daughters. Jeez. And she went nuts, and the cops had to come get her because she wouldn't stop. It was frightening. It was terrible. It's over the top. People are so emotionally over the top. It's frightening.
Where the hell did that come from?
It's anything that's not your thinking. I don't know why politics has become like this crazy thing. Like it's about policy and ideas. And even though I wasn't doing anything other than saying, here's JD, wow, they went ballistic with my whole being, my whole person, everything that I am.
So if she has a knife, she's stabbing you. If she has a gun, she's shooting you.
Oh, she would have came right up. And it was frightening. And I said, after that, I only table with people who carry. But even then, it would have been too late. She came right up out of nowhere, because there's hundreds of people at fairs, and they come right up to you. And she just came out of nowhere and was right in my face. And by the time, like, JD and my buddy Will, could even see it and get through the people, it could have been bad. But luckily, it just so happened we were on a corner and there were cops there.
Thanks, Eileen. I love her. So, is Jim there? Is he? Jimbo. Ellen Boggin. What's up, brother? Is he there? Jim. Jim, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Come on, man. You've been at this how long? Since you were a kid. How far back do you go?
Half a century, since I was a kid, when people were struggling.
Nice. Nice.
There's things like if your furnace goes, your refrigerator goes, nobody has the cash to pay for them, so you have to go to the credit cards, which are 30%. People can't pay them off. People got their kids living with them. It's just bad, and and the elected officials are just acting like, oh, downtown's fine, everything's fine,
Yeah, but hold on, man. But so that provokes you to call someone and say, I want to cut your throat and watch the blood run out?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The people who aren't wrapped real tight are now pushed to that.
Nice.
So like I said, normal people are stressed, but you're opening up the door to all these lunatics that are out there. And then what's happening too, a lot of people are losing their homes. They can't get out of debt. Their kids are, like I said, in their house. And people that aren't wrapped real tight, this is what's happening. I mean, the psychological services in this country are out of control. They don't even have enough psychiatrists or hospitals to take care of how bad it is.
Jim Ellenbogen, so the congressman getting death threats, not justified, but you see why there's that kind of dissent, sir?
I understand it. It's awful what's going on, but it is what it is. We've always had people that have been whacked out, but with social media, they all have an audience of people who are mind-like. You know what I mean?
And so back in the day, you leave a message on someone's answering machine, the FBI gets it, no one hears it. Now the whole world hears it on social media, and that amps other people up.
Well, that's just it, Marty. with a flick of a button, they hear it in Norway, England, Germany, all over the country. It's so vast that every lunatic in the world doesn't feel alone in their basement anymore.
Is there a real chance, as Ron Layton says, and as several of these congressmen say, someone's going to get killed? There's a real chance, isn't there?
You know, I hate to say it, but frightening enough, I wouldn't be surprised.
Me neither.
I mean, you saw what they did to Charlie Kirk.
No.
No.
And who the hell has $60,000 a day to protect themselves? $60,000 a day.
Well, that's just it. Who does? I mean, this whole thing is so bad. And the sad part about it is, you know, everyone has a right to say what they want to say in this country. But when you're a United States congressman, you got to read the room.
I don't know if the room dictates you're going to be hung, brother.
Let me say this, okay? They were wrong, in my opinion, making that video, and I'm going to tell you why. As a United States congressman, you're held to a higher standard. If you have a beef like that, you go to the podium in the United States Congress and you say what you got to say. We're a country of order. You need to do these things. Every coup in the world started with elected officials.
But none of this dictates, I want to get your throat cut. I want you raped by immigrants. None of it.
No, and I'm not saying that it does. But what I'm saying is the president has such power and such a hold over the nuts in this country that, you know, this is what happened.
It is.
But if I were a United States congressman and I had that to say, I would have said it on the podium of the Congress. Because like I said,
my brother, thank you, Jimbo. They're amping it up, though. They're amping it up. And they're doubling down. Thanks, brother.
All right, bro.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20. And we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better. Because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/life.
What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family? Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Nonstop flights from Pittsburgh to Sarasota Bradenton, one way for as low as $57. Must be purchased by 12/3/2025 for travel between 10/28/2025 and 5/17/2026. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Do you spend your winters outside the burg? Does your current Medicare plan offer out-of-state coverage? Marty here for MediConnect. It's a local, top-rated company. I trust them to answer your questions and other Medicare concerns you may have. The well-trained teams from MediConnect will sit down with you free of charge, explain all the different Medicare options available. And once again, it's a free service. 888-818-6334. MediConnect. It's Medicare made simple.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 40 and mostly cloudy at 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. The Brookline, a man was shot in the leg last night around 10:15 p.m. This happened in the 700 block of Galleon Avenue. The man was in stable condition when he was sent to a hospital, and police say he refused to say what preceded the gunfire. Also, a man was stabbed last night in downtown Pittsburgh. Police were sent to the 900 block of Liberty Avenue, again around 10:15 p.m. when a man who was stabbed in the back walked into a business. He was taken to a hospital in stable condition and did not cooperate with officers. They think the stabbing may have happened in the area of Exchange Way and 9th Street and are reviewing video to find out what happened. European officials are welcoming progress in talks between U.S. and Ukrainian officials in Geneva on peace proposals seen as heavily favoring Russia after its invasion of Ukraine. Moscow's demands include Ukraine ceding territory, reducing its army, and not joining NATO. Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
I think the takeaway from it is I think this is a very, very meaningful, I would say probably best meeting and day we've had so far in this entire process.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is expressing hope after the meeting. A Pitcairn man is facing charges after attempting to bring a loaded revolver through security at Pittsburgh International. TSA officers found the gun in Justin Lang's carry-on bag around 6:15 Sunday morning. Police say Lang does not have a valid concealed carry permit. He's charged with carrying a firearm without a license. And a New Year's Millionaire raffle ticket worth $50,000 was sold in Midland, Beaver County. That winning ticket purchased at Midland Beer on Midland Avenue. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is up 150 points at 46,395. The Nasdaq is up 405 and the S&P up 68 points. KDKA Radio News Time 10:32. Our next update at 11 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
It's time now for today's Spotlight on Money.
A little bit of creativity could help you save big money on that big holiday party. Secret Santas, donation drives, ornament exchanges, and white elephant gifts are just some ways to avoid breaking the bank. Business writer Jennifer Waters says you should find an acceptable spending level and stick to it.
You really do have to create a budget, plan ahead, focus on some low-cost or free activities.
I'm Rob Hart.
Are you tired of online threats? Then get an antivirus. It's the only online protection you will ever need.
Disclaimer, an antivirus is just half protection online. It will not protect you from snoopers or encrypt your online traffic. So this Black Friday, get better online protection with NordVPN. NordVPN will encrypt your traffic, protect you from malware and phishing, and stop annoying ads. Get the NordVPN Black Friday deal with 73% off and enjoy 3 extra months.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DeLucente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DeLucente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks. Hey, folks, beginning at 9 a.m. Black Friday at Levin Furniture and Mattress. Amazing doorbusters, up to 50% off, plus an extra 25% off store-wide. And my friend Robert Levin is throwing in a $50 gift card. It gets even better. 5 years special financing. Hurry. Quantities limited. Without a doubt, the best Black Friday sale ever at Levin Furniture and Levin Mattress Stores. Black Friday at Levin. You got to check it out. Amazing stuff.
Woke radical liberals are screwing up this country, but Congressman Guy Reschenthaler is fighting back. He backed one big, beautiful tax cut for working families, increasing the standard deduction for hard-working Americans, ending Social Security taxes for nearly all seniors, and taxes on tips and overtime gone. So call Congressman Guy Reschenthaler at 202-225-2065 and thank him for backing working family tax cuts and putting America first. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is just some minor delays as you approach your favorite set of tunnels on either the parkways east or west. East, you have the little bit of a slowdown right around the Edgewood-Swissvale interchange before the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Parkway west, just a minor step on the brakes before you get to those Fort Pitt tunnels, right around that Banksville on-ramp there. 28 southbound continues to have heavy delays because of daylight construction zone lane restrictions approaching the Route 8 exit. You'll find yourself tapping on the brakes not long after you pass the Highland Park Bridge ramps. And a reminder for you, a single alternating lane of traffic is happening through 5 p.m. today on Guildhall Road in Jefferson Hills between Tangelo Drive and Cochrane Mill Road as paving crews are working in that area. Watch your speeds through the work zone. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Pretty nice for the rest of today as sunshine begins to fade beyond increasing clouds this afternoon, the high 52. It'll turn cloudy tonight, a bit of rain toward morning, though 39. Periods of rain tomorrow, high 56. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's the holiday season, and there's no better time to gather with friends and family and enjoy the great taste of Duquesne Pilsner. Born on Pittsburgh's South Side in 1899, Duquesne has satisfied the thirst of generations of Pittsburghers with its golden body and crisp, refreshing taste. This Pennsylvania brewed lager is now accompanied by a refreshing 96-calorie light beer as well. This holiday season, remember to grab a Duke. Available at better beer retailers near you. Duquesne Pilsner. Cheers.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
All right, it's a Monday, holiday week. Oh, yeah, we're coming off the heels of a big football weekend. And listen, it's a short week. I'm here today and tomorrow. That's it. Then it's turkey time. Anyway, Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6, right here, KDK.
Just a taste. Listen.
People downtown unit able to start to 809 Liberty Avenue for the Harris Theater. There's a fight involving a knife. It's going to be a black male wearing a black jacket, 25 years old. Looks like a homeless person that's going after him.
Just a taste. Hold on. Just a taste.
I'm wiring the channel and requesting a city can Forbes and Wood for crowd control.
Just a taste. Just a taste.
Again, any K-9 units monitoring channel 1, can you switch over to admin? They're requesting a K-9 to Forbes and Wood for crowd control for light up night.
Just a taste. Hang in there. It's ugly. I got to read you this judge's text. This woke judge saying none of this happened. Anyone at lit up night? Anyone get lit up? Anyone at light up night? 866-391-1020. Anyone. Suggesting it was mellow. At one time, listen to some of this is from cops working the scene. They just announced there's 150 kids here challenging us. We can't stop them. Hopefully they don't rush us. If they come after the few cops we have, we're going to get our asses kicked. They should have canceled this event. That's Market Square. Another one. We're asking the Port Authority for help. Another one. They're giving official orders to clear Market Square. Another one. There's another fight outside the Oyster House. Another one. Insane. Multiple fights close to the substation.
Affirmative. Delta 81's requesting any K-9s to Forbes and Wood for getting the crowd out of there. 186.
300 kids.
You can disregard the K-9s to Market Square. They can just stage at the substation. I received K-Delta, or correction, K-Echo 4 copy stage at the substation.
This is all night. Just a taste. This is all night. All night. Light up night.
Multiple OC departments, multiple OC departments. Received.
Out of control. I'm telling you, folks. One more.
Target for a large group. They ran into the store.
All night. This is light up night. It's insane. Imagine you're there with your family. Your family.
So last fight was at Chipotle, and then I think the group was moving towards Duncan.
Okay? So I want to read this based on what you just heard. At one point, there were 300 juveniles running through downtown raising hell. 300. And this crap, listen to this. This woke judge, I posted, light up night becomes fight night. 300 fighting downtown. This judge, Patrick Conley, Mr. Woke. That's weird. I'm in Market Square right now, in line to get into Permanis. I'm not seeing any problems. I've been here all night with my 6-year-old and haven't seen any issues. Not sure where Marty is getting his info. Must be from the cops who were standing there. Must have been right before, sir. The cops use pepper spray to get rid of that crowd. That's right. Pepper spray. That's right. It was so mellow, they call it CO. They had to use it to get rid of the damn punks. OC, sorry, dyslexic. At the end of the day, folks, this is not the downtown we want. At the end of the day, folks, this is not safe. At the end of the day, someone better get their act together and understand that Pittsburgh is in trouble. But as long as we have judges who said, I don't know, I'm downtown, wondering if he heard this.
Visa Delta 44 and Delta 49. Good. Are you guys still at the exchange on Liberty?
Yeah, we're clear from the last one. We're the one released. We're back.
Copy. We just got another call for the exchange on Liberty, 967 Liberty Avenue. Callers reporting that a male was stabbed at this location.
Delta 39, show me going to that.
Copy, Delta 49 going.
44 and 49 out.
Copy, 2229.
Delta 49, it is a good stabbing.
Copy, good stabbing, 2230. Delta 44, advise for code 4 for the medics.
Delta 49, where's the code 4 for the medics?
Downtown.
Inside this door at the back. 49 is going to be one stab wound to the upper back.
Copy, stab wound to the upper back.
Delta 44 to RTCC. RTCC. You check the cameras in front of this location.
So, say what you want. Tell me I'm full of it. Facts don't lie. Cameras don't lie. Look at the stream right now. Kids beating the crap out of each other. Kid just karate kicked a kid in the face. Another kid just attacked a kid from behind. Fights all over downtown. What night? Oh, light up night with the kids and the family and the fireworks. There is no way in hell. There is zero chance this city can ever represent itself as a shining star until they get this crap cleaned up. Stabbings, fights, mayhem, theft, store takeovers, pepper spray. Pepper spray to clear Market Square, which the judge says, Patrick Conley says, it was a wonderful night. Okay, sure it was, Judge. Love to be in front of you for a case. The P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is we want to remind folks that a new closure kicked into gear this morning as part of the Commercial Street Bridge project. They are continuing to work to construct the new Commercial Street Bridge structure just east of the Squirrel Hill tunnels, and that is now requiring more and more equipment to be on scene and forcing the closure starting today of Commercial Street and Forward Avenue, closed to traffic between Whipple Street and Somerset Drive. This is a continuous round-the-clock closure until Friday, February 6th of 2026. So all the vehicular traffic is being detoured with a posted detour. You'll want to leave extra time for that. And also the 9 Mile Run Trail is closed around the clock to all bicycle and pedestrian traffic between the 9 Mile Run parking lot, and that's on the Swiss Elm Park side of things, and the Frick Park Commercial Street Bridge parking lot on the Squirrel Hill side. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio. on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
This holiday, give the gift of peace of mind with a AAA membership, the ultimate stocking stuffer for the ones you love. Enjoy exclusive savings on shopping, dining, theme parks, and even travel planning. Plus, 24/7 roadside assistance you can always count on. Right now, gift a membership for just $35 and get a free household member. They'll even thank you with a $20 gift card. Visit AAA.com/gift. AAA, we're always with you.
Why wait? We're dropping the savings now during the Black Friday countdown at Jim Shorkey Kia of North Huntington and Wexford. Get 1.99% APR for 60 months on a new 2026 Kia Sportage LX all-wheel drive or a new Kia Telluride S all-wheel drive for 0.9% APR for 60 months. Your deal, your way. What a great day at Jim Shorkey Kia of North Huntington and Wexford. Call 609-735-6849 for offer details.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-269-3454. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-269-3454 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-269-3454 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-269-3454.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company. While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want while you sleep. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richard, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. Wake up to your friends. Weekday mornings on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum recognizes Pennsylvania's combat veterans who have received medals for gallantry. With this Hall of Valor moment, here's the Education Director of Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum, Tim Neff.
Army Corporal Arthur Nagy of Allegheny County was awarded the Soldier's Medal for Heroism in the Solomon Islands on the 27th of January, 1943. Corporal Nagy and 3 other soldiers were washing clothes on the shore of the Alou River when a group of natives appeared on the bank of the river a few feet from their location. One native attempted to cross the river, not realizing the water was too deep to ford, until he was in grave danger of drowning and being dragged into a nearby shark-infested bay. Corporal Nagy observed the native's peril, immediately plunged into the water, swam to the distressed victim, and brought him safely to shore.
Picture the great lawn of soldiers and sailors in Oakland completely filled with flags, a sea of stars and stripes. Honor the veterans you know. With every $20 donation, a flag will be placed on the front lawn. Visit soldiersandsailorshall.org and fill the hill.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Deborah from Georgia asks, most financial advisors say to wait until 70 to take Social Security. I did a break-even spreadsheet with different figures, and my break-even age is 84 in several of them. I'm 55 right now. Is it okay if I take Social Security early? Well, Deborah, even if the break-even is 84, if you're in good health and you have longevity on your side, you may very well live beyond 84. So if you don't need Social Security to meet your needs, I'm still inclined to wait.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
Since 2013, the annual Progressive Keys to Progress event has provided deserving veterans with vehicles, helping our heroes drive their lives forward. Learn more about this program at keystoprogress.com.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
And if you didn't enjoy the fights and stabbings and robberies on Light Up Night, well, you had a little follow-up last night. This was the follow-up to Light Up Night.
Visa Delta 44 and Delta 49.
Good.
Are you guys still at the exchange on Liberty?
Yeah, we're clear from the last one. We're the one you guys are released. We're back.
Copy. We just got another call for the exchange on Liberty, 967 Liberty Avenue. Callers reporting that a male was stabbed at this location.
Delta 39, show me going to that.
Copy, Delta 49 going.
Stabbing. One of my boys, all night long at Children's Hospital. Children's. That means they were children being treated. Stands to reason. Stab wounds, intoxication, injuries from fighting. Children at Children's Hospital. From downtown. From Light Up Night. Who's lying, Judge Conley? Prove me wrong. Mike Fisher, my brother, Pittsburgh Scanner. Wow. Mayhem. Light Up Night, sir. Right?
Marty, good morning. Yeah, we heard a bunch of weird stuff out there was happening. So, city did keep under wraps, though. They were on their encrypted channels, so we really couldn't listen in. But every once in a while, a couple leaks come out here and there on the main channels. So, it wasn't complete coverage, but we knew something was going down because a bunch of people started to ask us questions.
Is it intentional to put it on encrypted so that you don't hear it, so that I don't hear it? Or just the way it works out, sir?
It's the way it works. In the old days, they needed a secure talk around, but that's really off primary, like out of like the neighborhoods and stuff. They needed somewhere for like special events, and the city decided to utilize an encrypted frequency for that area. So it's multi-purpose. It's a little intentional.
It is. And at one point, there were hundreds of kids beating the crap out of each other all over downtown. As you heard from the sound that I had lifted from cops who said, "To hell with this," and sent it to me from their scanners by way of their cell phone. Mayhem in Market Square, to the point where they used pepper spray. Pepper spray, brother. Unusual move in Market Square.
Yeah, you usually don't hear pepper spray or any sort of chemical weapons being deployed that way to try to calm the place down. I mean, it wasn't even like that on July 4 with the same group of kids doing the same thing, which will probably do the same thing on New Year's Eve. But, I mean, we've only been talking about it for years. I mean, what do we know?
Hold on. This is actually fascinating. It's as if this virus enters the city when there's a big event, and you know it's coming, and they don't stop it ever, do they, sir?
Oh, no. The kids here have a great time here, Marty. We know how to have fun in Pittsburgh.
No, honestly, forget the sarcasm. They run rampant in downtown when they're big events, kicking the crap out of each other, don't they, sir?
Marty, yes, I would agree that does happen often, and we hear about it more with big events because there's more people and more eyes. It's just a big gathering of folks in general on top of all the kids going during that time as well.
And then to follow that up, a stabbing downtown last night.
God, yeah, I heard that. It wasn't great.
Awful. Oh, brother. Thanks, my man. I appreciate you, brother.
Thanks for having me.
I get so sick of it. I get so disgusted with it. I am so tired of the downtown lie. No more homeless. Oh, okay. No more juveniles. Okay. Light Up Night went great. Oh, okay. Had this judge saying I was wrong. Nothing happened downtown. Judge, take the blindfold off. Judge Conley. Go ahead, Beth.
Hey, Marty, I don't dispute that anything that you're saying happened, but two things can be true at the same time.
No.
I've been in front of Judge Conley numerous times. I've won, I've lost.
Okay.
I do not believe that he would leave and stay there with his 6-year-old son if he thought something was wrong.
Okay, so then he missed the fights and the pepper spray and the stabbings and the drunks. He missed that.
He could have been there earlier. He could have been there as it just started.
Why are you defending the truth? The guy said he was there 6.5 hours. He doesn't want the truth. I don't care if he's a Supreme Court justice. What he said is not true. What he saw was what he wanted to see. Because his wife is very good friends with Sarah, and they spew the same crap that everything is wonderful in La La Land. Children's Hospital, stabbings, drunks, injuries from fights, cops, pepper spray, arrests, fights, Chipotle, robbed, CBS, robbed. You're right, ma'am. You're right, ma'am. Nothing happened. The judge is right. We're wrong. And the facts and the scanner traffic and the stabbings and the arrests are all a facade.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
The holidays are here at OliverFlowers.com. Flowers make great gifts. OliverFlowers.com. And they deliver. OliverFlowers.com. Family owned for 95 years. OliverFlowers.com. Everything you need to deck the halls. OliverFlowers.com. Looking for the perfect gift? Want to make shopping easy? OliverFlowers.com. Flowers, plants, candy, cuddly plush animals, and yes, balloon bouquets are back. Go to OliverFlowers.com to start your holiday shopping and decorating today. OliverFlowers.com.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Look, I hear this all the time, and folks get scared about their debt. If you're struggling with your debt, give my friends at Harold, Shepley & Associates a call. Right, Harold?
Absolutely. We have offices throughout Pennsylvania, but you never need to come into the office. It's always a free consultation, and there's no travel required, so there's no reason to pick up the phone and not give us a call.
And don't hide from it.
Yeah, there's no reason to be ashamed. You want to get back on your feet, and you need some help.
Check them out, ShepleyLaw.com.
Okay, listen. The Bocce House of Pittsburgh, it is officially open. Find the Bocce House, RIDC Park on Alpha Drive. Memberships, a luxury cigar lounge, league play for all skill levels. Do this. Grab some friends, enjoy delicious food, pour yourself a drink at the self-pour bar system. The fun is in your hands. The Bocce House of Pittsburgh in Fox Chapel, where great food, great drinks, and even better company meet on that bocce court. Visit theboccehouse.com for details.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
45 and cloudy skies at 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. New this hour, the traffic accident that shut down the outbound lanes of the Parkway East this morning was fatal. State police say a disabled sedan was hit by a pickup truck around 5:30 a.m. near mile marker 73 in North Oakland. The sedan caught fire after the impact, and witnesses tried to pull the woman who was driving it from the burning vehicle, but the flames were too intense. She died at the scene. The truck driver was treated for minor injuries. Police in Latrobe are investigating the suspicious death of a woman in her apartment. 59-year-old Pamela Pusker's body was found in a unit in the 1100 block of Jefferson Street on Sunday morning. Police say they're working with the Westmoreland County DA and following up on leads. The cause and manner of Pusker's death are pending on autopsy, toxicology, and investigation results. Post-Gazette journalists returned to the newsroom this morning, ending a lengthy and bitter strike. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has the story.
The rally began with a performance by the Labor Choir, setting the tone for a challenging return to work.
Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking with the union. I'm sticking with the union.
Union President Andrew Goldstein says tensions may remain between returning strikers and those who cross the picket line, but the focus is on moving forward.
Be awkward. It's going to be difficult. I think no one's under any pretense that there's not going to be many challenges still ahead for us. And I am hoping that everyone, whether they were in there working or on strike with us, also feels the same way. And I'm confident that we are.
Hopeful for a fresh start, journalists signed in and rode the elevator to the newsroom, leaving 3 years on strike behind. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
As we gather for Thanksgiving dinner this week, people are being cautioned to avoid conversations about politics and religion. Political analyst Lenny McAllister offered an example on the Big K Morning Show.
If you say, something like, can you believe that they shut down the government for as long as they did? Those poor people that didn't get a paycheck. And you got somebody from an offshoot saying they needed to shut down the government. They spend too much money, those crazy Democrats, and then off you go.
A survey this year finds 59% of Americans are worried about political disagreements at family gatherings, and 49% want to ban political conversations entirely. Business economists see reasons for optimism in the months and year ahead. A monthly survey by the National Association for Business Economics predicts mildly stronger growth and marginally higher inflation next year. This is NABE President Gregory Dacko.
Even if not all consumers are driving growth in an equal manner, we still have relatively robust average growth for consumer spending going into 2026.
The economists predict job gains will slow over the next few months and the unemployment rate will rise to around 4.5%. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 290 points at 46,536. The NASDAQ is up 459 points, more than 2% now, and the S&P is up 84. KDKA Sports on Monday Night Football. The 49ers are hosting the Carolina Panthers. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? TrustPJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:03. 45 and cloudy in Pittsburgh now. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Folds of Honor has been meeting sacrifice with hope since 2019 in Western Pennsylvania. It's their honor to empower people through education and the opportunities it creates. 41% of Folds of Honor scholarships are awarded to minorities, making the recipient families as diverse as the country we call home. Folds of Honor has earned the Gold Star Platinum Seal as well as a 4 out of 4 stars ranking on Charity Navigator. You can become a Folds of Honor wingman today at westernpa.foldsofonor.org. Please donate today. Spitzer Toyota of Monroeville is a proud supporter of Folds of Honor.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
Oh, what's up, Marty? Route 28 is very slow go for folks who are trying to make some sort of a commute here this morning. We do have construction zone lane restrictions in your way as you are traveling southbound and approaching the Route 8 Etna bypass. At times, you'll find the backups stretch as far back as the ramps to the Highland Park Bridge interchange. So do keep that in mind as you travel out and about. Parkway West is rolling pretty well, just a slowdown at the Banksville on-ramp. Parkway East inbound is only slow between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the Squirrel Hill tunnels. But a reminder for you, you. Today and tomorrow, anytime between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., it's another set of steel beam delivery days for the Commercial Street Bridge project. We're keeping an eye on the Parkway East because when they do bring the steel into the construction site there will be intermittent traffic stoppages of up to 15 minutes at a time on the inbound Parkway headed for the Squirrel Hill tunnels. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine for the rest of the morning will give way to increasing high clouds this afternoon. Our high temperature 52. Cloudy tonight with a little rain late, low 39. Periods of rain tomorrow, high 56. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Do you have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more. Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Check out the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select steel tools. Shop online or in store.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I became a police officer in 2007. I thought that helping others would give me some purpose and direction. I was wrong. I lost friends, sabotaged my unhealthy marriage, drank every chance I got, and shut out the world. I didn't care about anything anymore. Left the department thinking that my problems would go away. After a divorce, more bad decisions. Drunk and depressed, I loaded my off-duty sidearm and sat back on the couch, wanting it to end. Check this out. Something was looking out for me because I passed out. Wow. Damn. Mark Nebone, good morning, brother. How are you?
Great, Marty. How are you doing, sir? Thanks for having me.
For all intents and purposes, you could be dead, right?
Yeah. If something wouldn't have stepped in and decided that there's a reason why I'm here.
And you are a retired Pittsburgh cop.
I resigned. I never made it to 20 years to retirement. I quit after 12 years.
I think the circumstances now are the toughest cops have ever seen. Do you agree?
No doubt. 100%.
In fact, cops have the highest alcoholism, divorce rate, suicide rate of every profession. Why is that, sir?
Well, in my opinion, it's because, and I hate to say it this way, but the departments don't care enough to take care of the mental health issues that their officers are suffering. It's brushed under the rug. It's a reactive process. And instead of taking the proactive steps to promote positive mental health, it's more, don't tell us about it. We don't want to know.
And because I'm around a lot of cops, there are cops I love that have major drinking problems. And when I reach out to their friends to do an intervention, nah, we can't do that. Nah, I can't do that. Seriously, man. Happens almost weekly. Why?
I think, addressing the alcoholism, because that's what I know. Yeah. That's what I did.
Yeah.
We don't want to bring the stuff home with us. We don't want to talk to our family and our friends and burden them with the problems that we see, the things that we see on a daily basis. So the easiest way for us to deal with it is to have a couple drinks after work and self-medicate, thinking that it's a temporary solution. But, we end up building these patterns of behavior that become ingrained into our programming where we just become drinking machines because nothing else takes the pain away.
A really good Pittsburgh cop that I was told was arrested again last week. Great cop, but he's an alcoholic. Can't stop drinking. You've heard that narrative before, haven't you, sir?
Yes, sir. I can't speak for anybody else, but I was at the bottom of the dumpster, just trying to struggle through each day. And the booze is what kept me going. Everything else was falling apart because I had undiagnosed mental health issues.
Mark Kneebone, a former Pittsburgh cop, I love your courage, man. Is your story what keeps you going, helping others? Is that what keeps you going, brother?
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning of my sobriety, I just celebrated 2.5 years.
Nice.
Thank the grace of God. In the beginning, it was just staying sober because I couldn't go to AA and really gain anything from it if I was a hypocrite and I was still drinking. So the program kept me sober for the first 6-7 months. I started this podcast, the Steel City Roundtable podcast, with a friend of mine, Kenny Finnegan, God rest his soul, passed in 2023 from a motorcycle crash. We had determined that we needed to do something. We had stories to tell, good or bad, indifferent, dumb and silly, important, but we wanted to, use our stories to try to reach others so that they could hopefully take something away from the bad decisions and avoid falling down the same slippery slope that we went. So now it's the podcast and it's helping others, just trying to get the story out there and letting all you folks know, like first responders, paramedics, firemen, police, the coroner's office, medical examiner's office, all you folks out there, you don't have to do this alone. There's always someone that's willing to listen.
My man, though, I'm being honest. I've called close friends of cops who are raging alcoholics. I did this recently. And they said, no, I can't do anything. No, I can't talk to them about it. What is that, man? Why won't they help a brother out?
Everybody's going to say that Thin Blue Line is this amazing thing that exists to protect police officers. The Thin Blue Line only exists when something tragic happens.
Nice.
Officers get shot,
Nice.
hurt, injured, killed. That's when it matters. The rest of the time, people don't want to admit that they're weak, quote unquote.
Nice.
They don't want to admit that they can't do this on their own. And you know what? Unfortunately, a lot of the people that these cops are meeting on the job are not actually their friends. They're acquaintances. They're work buddies. Out of sight, out of mind. If they're not hearing about you, they're not thinking about you. And that's just the way it goes. I think, interventions on my part, I think interventions are forced, awkward situations
Nice.
that don't actually help. Because
Nice.
You're basically putting somebody in a position where they don't have an out. You're trying to force someone to start a recovery plan. And unfortunately, folks, you don't recover until you're ready. You don't want to recover until you hit that moment where there's nothing else for you to do. It's either end your life, continue living the way you're living, or make a change. And that change is a scary, scary thing to do because it's that path you don't know.
My man, if you know my background, I have insane relationships with cops because they're amazing people. And
yes, sir.
I have had very high-ranking cops call me recently, wasted, can barely speak. They're in trouble. I can't say something. I'll be aced out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is a tough.
Yeah.
What the hell do you do? No, honestly, I'm asking you a legit question. What I'm faced with.
Well, let me start it by this. There is a stigma, right?
Yep.
It's not a stigma imposed by the department. It's not a stigma imposed by the public. It's a stigma we impose on ourselves.
Nice.
We believe that we can't ask for help because we have to be the ones that solve the problem.
Nice.
Type A personality syndrome.
Nice.
We got to be able to solve all the problems. Honestly, Marty, I'm out there. Folks like me exist. We are confidential. We're not going to tell anybody. You want to reach out to me, I'll give you my phone number, my email.
Oh, I
you
love
call
you.
me and
I love you.
I am here because I felt the same way. I didn't think I had a way to deal with my problems. You can't just go to an AA meeting in on Federal Street in the North Side if you work at a Zone 1. You can't.
No.
You're going to walk in with somebody you know. So honestly, the healing starts by being a friend and saying, hey, bro,
Nice.
like you're acting differently. What can I do to help? What's going on? Talk to me. And it all starts with communication. And unfortunately, once again, you can't force anybody to open up.
Hey,
but
Mark.
someone like me,
Hey, Mark, would you be dead if you hadn't passed out?
100%.
Wow.
Gun was loaded, ready to go.
Wow.
100%.
You passed out.
Yes.
Jesus.
I think I drank almost a gallon of vodka that night.
No.
And yeah, and just, it was over, man. I was just sitting there going, I can't do this anymore.
It's unbelievable.
And that's where I don't want people to get to.
No, hold on. So then you wake up and you say, enough is enough.
Well, I woke up, and I'm not proud. You know what I mean?
No.
I wet myself. You know, I was a mess. I woke up and I was shaking and crying and in a insane panic attack.
Wow.
And I reached out to one of my old partners at the city, who I still consider to be a friend, one of maybe three, you know, out of 800 some people. And I said, bro, like, I've had it. I can't do it anymore. And he was ready to check me into Western Psych. He wanted to 302 me.
Wow.
And I was like, no, man, I'm going to go to rehab. But I still hadn't remembered what happened the night before.
Wow.
Because my brain was so confused and so muddled that it took me almost 3 weeks to a month to remember all the details of that last night.
Can you hang, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta ask him I gotta tell him what a congressman told me about his job and how much he hates it and how cops feel. From the PJ Fitzpatrick, amazing stuff. Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
Oh, what's up, Marty? As we want to remind folks that as part of the Commercial Street Bridge project, we've had a closure, and it is a multi-month closure that kicked in this morning. Commercial Street Forward Avenue is closed to traffic now between Whipple Street and Somerset Drive around the clock until Friday, February 6th. And also the 9 Mile Run Trail is closed continuously to all bicycle and pedestrian traffic between the 9 Mile Run parking lot on the Swiss Helms Park side of the trail and then the Frick Park Commercial Street parking lot on the Squirrel Hill side of the trail. For the folks who are used to traveling Commercial Street, there is a posted detour for motor vehicle traffic, but that's just all part of the Commercial Street Bridge project there. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
The holidays are back at Starbucks, so share the season with a peppermint mocha. Starbucks signature espresso, velvety mocha, and cool peppermint notes, topped with whipped cream and dark chocolate curls. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks.
Lowe's early Black Friday deals are going fast. Don't miss up to 50% off select major appliances. Plus, up to an extra 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. And with Christmas around the corner, you're going to need more string lights, right? Save $4 on GE LED 100 count string lights, now just $5.98. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 12/3. Selection varies by location. Select locations only. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Having a tough time paying your bills? Learn how to reduce your credit card debt to a fraction of what you owe. Call the Debt Helpline now for free advice. 800-329-9912. 800-329-9912.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. Divorce touches all areas of your life. Your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you are facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
So we have 5 Bowser cars. Yep, 5. They're magnificent people. The sales team, the repair team, the inspection team. For example, my daughter had an accident in a parking lot of a grocery store. Nothing major, but it needed to work. It's a true story. Bowser didn't have the part to fix her car. So they gave us a loaner. While we had the loaner, they sent one of their people out of state to pick up the parts to fix her car. And when your car breaks, they come and pick it up. They give you a loaner. They repair the heck out of it, and they do it with insane gratitude and efficiency and pricing. Why? Bowser family, man. It's all about family. We have 5 cars there for a reason, because Bowser is the best.
Lamont gift certificates make great holiday gifts. Through December 30th, buy a $200 Lamont gift certificate and receive an extra $50 valid January 2nd to March 31st, 2026. Buy gift certificates in person or call Lamont 412-431-3100.
UPMC, life-changing, life-saving information. I live it every day.
A trial is 99% preparation, and nobody prepares better than us. Get the good guys, Goodrich & Geist.
voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Man. I have a firsthand experience in my business. Probably my favorite TV anchor of all time. Big-time news star. And Patrick's sitting here. He knows who the hell I'm talking about. We used to have to follow him home because we thought he would hit someone because he was so drunk. And I went into the bathroom one day. Very famous, very handsome, very successful, very wealthy, gorgeous kids and wife. I went into the bathroom one day, and he was guzzling a bottle of mouthwash. Listerine, man. It's a dramatically difficult life. And the danger of it for cops is intensified. And that's why I'm so blessed to have Mark here today. Mark, here's the thing about, and I mentioned Guy Rischenthaler, who's a friend. He's a congressman. I love him. And my man said, I hate this job. I hate it. He said, I can't wait to get the hell out of D.C. And my man, I feel that from cops every single day. I hate this job. And Mark, that's a crap way to go through life, is it not, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I did 12 years, 9.5 in patrol and 3 in narcotics and vice. And the last 5, I was just miserable.
Why, though?
I was just miserable.
Why is that?
It's a combination of things. I didn't deal with any of the traumas that I experienced at the job, which went with the traumas that I experienced in my own life.
Nice.
And, you become cold. You become desensitized to what's going on around you. And that sometimes, like in my case, carried over into my personal life. And my whole life was falling around me. And you combine that with the political climate and the attitudes that are going around against police officers. Like, it's just not, you're afraid to do anything. You're afraid to go out there and arrest the bad people because, one, you're going to hear it from your chain of command if you made one wrong crossed T, one wrong dotted I. And then on top of that, you got the system doesn't want to keep people in jail anymore.
No, I get it, brother. I would say screw it. I wouldn't do it for an hour. I'd work at friggin' Target because everybody hates them. Everybody hates them, right?
I agree, Marty. My last shift was on a Saturday, and I told my boss I needed some time off. And I basically took the next 48 days, burned all my sick time, all my vacation, and came back and just handed my resignation letter to the chief and never worked another shift.
Wow.
I just was done. Granted, the alcoholism was a big part of that, but it was one of the best decisions I've ever made to quit the department.
Forget the money, because finally they're getting paid. There's no real reward system. The public kicks your ass because they think you suck. Politicians kick your ass because they're woke. And administration won't back you because they're afraid of the public and the woke politicians. So you're on an island by yourself, and a kid commits a felony, and you're like, I ain't taking him in. The little jag-off will be out by this afternoon. Right?
I agree 100%. It's one of those things where you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You're going to hear about it if you don't do work, and you're going to hear about it if you do work. If you go into this job, if you go into law enforcement thinking that you're going to get a thank you, you might as well go put on a blue smock and go stand outside Walmart and welcome people to the diaper aisle, because it's not going to happen. It's a thankless job. The only thanks you're going to get is when you go home at night and you feel like you did the best you could do and you helped out whoever you could help. That's the only gratification you're going to get out of this job. If you want accolades, if you want promotions, all you need to do to get promoted in the city of Pittsburgh is, work 3 years and know somebody.
It's true.
Or, leave the city and go fail in another city and come back and you can take over a chief's job.
So hold on, Mark. I've known Lando now for, 20 years.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, and I'm told, and I looked at his job now, he's big on, I got to get in their heads. I got to help them with their minds. I've got to make sure they're mentally sound. Are you hearing this? Or are you hopeful?
I'm hopeful. I was lucky enough to work with Lando and get taught by Lando when I was in the academy.
Yeah.
I think he's a solid guy. He's a 1,000% improvement on the former chief, which was there for a year and then went off to make more money somewhere else.
Yeah, Larry.
That was a waste of time for the city.
It was.
That was a waste, hiring somebody where you knew what was going to happen and you knew he was going to leave. I think Lando has got his head screwed on straight. I think he's a career law enforcement enthusiast. And by that, I mean, he lives to do this job. So I think he's going to be the best option they have right now to improve on the mental health aspect. They have SISM programs, they have EAP programs. Yeah. And the problem with those things is no cop is going to walk into a room with 20 other cops after another cop gets shot and killed and walk up to these people and go, hey, I need to talk to you. Nice. Because as soon as he does, there's a bullseye on his back from everybody in that room and everybody that knows.
Hey, Schwartzwalder's coming up next. You know what he says? If I had a son right now who wanted to be a cop, I'd lock his ass in the basement. Mark, would you do the same thing?
Right now, if you wanted to become a law enforcement officer, my nephew wants to become a law enforcement officer. And I said I would join the military and get deployed before I become a cop again.
Whoa. Wow. So you'd go to war first?
I would go to war because at least at the end of the day, you're recognized for your sacrifice. Nice. You're recognized for what you're doing for the country. Granted, there's problems with that too when they come home. That's a whole nother ball of wax. But, like I said, as law enforcement now, you're being managed by inexperienced managers. Sure. You've got some of the commanders that have no real experience. Right. You got people going over to narcotics that don't make drug arrests in uniform. What are you doing there? It's literally show up, sit in a parking lot, a get-go for 8 hours a day, avoid every call you can, and go home.
Wow. Hey, man, how are you? How's your head?
I am amazing. Nice. I got married back in June.
Oh, nice.
Best relationship of my life.
Wow.
Got a house out in Monroeville. I'm driving truck and I love it.
Wow.
Making better driving a truck than I did working for the city.
Wow.
And, the big part of it for me is doing what I do with the podcast and talking and just sharing.
I love you.
Because, thank you, brother. I mean, it's nice to be on this platform because, if I have something to say, it's like if you're a first responder and you're struggling with mental health or you're struggling with booze or substance, listen, I'll give you all my contact information. You call me, you reach out to me. I'll put you in touch with whoever I can, and I'll just be an ear to listen because if I knew there were people like me and people like Bart Heaney with the Weight We Carry podcast, I would probably have reached out to someone a long time ago if I knew that it wasn't going to affect me professionally.
My man, you're amazing. We got to do this again, brother. Thank you.
Anytime. You know how to get a hold of me, Marty. Thanks again.
Wow. That was amazing.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20. And we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better. Because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
45 and mostly cloudy skies at 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. In Brookline last night, a man was shot in the leg around 10:15 p.m. in the 700 block of Gallion Avenue. Now, the man was in stable condition when he was sent to a hospital, and police say he refused to talk about what preceded the gunfire. Also, a man was stabbed last night in downtown Pittsburgh at about the same time. Police were sent to the 900 block of Liberty Avenue when a man who was stabbed in the back walked into a business. He was taken to a hospital in stable condition and also did not cooperate with officers. They think the stabbing may have happened in the area of Exchange Way and 9th Street, and they're reviewing video in that area to find out what happened. Another reminder now to watch out for scammers ready to take advantage of the holiday spirit. News Radio KDKA's David Valerato has more.
In the video statement, Attorney General Dave Sunday has several reminders about how this is prime time for con artists looking to pounce on people who are in a giving mood. He says if you're approached to make a charitable donation, make sure it's legit.
Do your research on the organization and think about the method of payment that they're requesting. Anytime you're solicited to pay with gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrency, stop. This very well may be a scam.
And online shoppers need to make sure they're buying from a trusted retailer. And if it's a large purchase, make sure you read the fine print of any buy now, pay later services. He says his office's website will also keep a list of running scams this holiday season. David Valerato, News Radio KDKA.
A Pitcairn man is facing charges after attempting to bring a loaded revolver through security at Pittsburgh International. TSA officers found this gun in Justin Lang's carry-on around 6:15 Sunday morning. Police say Lang does not have a valid concealed carry permit, and he's charged for that. On Wall Street, the Dow is ahead 274 points at 46,521. The Nasdaq is up 521 points, and the S&P is up 92. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:32. Our next update at noon. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Have you been diagnosed with metastatic prostate cancer? You may qualify for a clinical trial studying an investigational therapy designed to activate your immune system to fight cancer throughout the body. If your prostate cancer has spread and you've received prior hormone therapy, you may be eligible. Take the next step in your fight. Visit Legion100trial.com to learn more or call 1-888-636-5344. That's Legion100trial.com or 1-888-636-5344.
Oakmont Bakery gearing up for Thanksgiving, and they bring it at Thanksgiving. Check this out. They're taking orders till Sunday, November 23rd. Sunday, November 23rd. Oakmont Bakery pies, cakes, rolls, the perfect centerpiece for your Thanksgiving table. I'm telling you, if it's pumpkin, they got it. Insanely good chocolate cakes, pumpkin rolls. Oakmont Bakery. Delicious.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $150 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$150 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Pennsylvania. TNC Supply. And app only.
This is Dustin D'Alessandro. Funeral homes are our family business. According to AAA, drunk driving crashes triple this time of year. This holiday season, we do not want to be your designated driver. On behalf of the D'Alessandro family, we wish everybody a very happy, healthy, and safe holiday season. Please, don't drink and drive.
D'Alessandro in Lawrenceville, Dustin A. D'Alessandro, Supervisor, and Thomas M. Smith in Blawnox, Daniel T. D'Alessandro, Supervisor.
Hey, folks, beginning at 9 a.m. Black Friday at Levin Furniture and Mattress. Amazing doorbusters, up to 50% off, plus an extra 25% off store-wide. And my friend Robert Levin is throwing in a $50 gift card. It gets even better. 5 years special financing. Hurry. Quantities limited. Without a doubt, the best Black Friday sale ever at Levin Furniture and Levin Mattress stores. Black Friday at Levin. You got to check it out. Amazing stuff. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser Ellen Gamble. What's up?
What's up, Marty, is we are watching live as traffic is being paced on the inbound Parkway East right now. A delivery of steel beams has just arrived at the eastern side of the Squirrel Hill tunnels and is being slid into place by the Commercial Street Bridge construction project. And so inbound traffic on the Parkway East headed toward the Squirrel Hill tunnels is very slow go right now. They'll release traffic to its normal pattern here in the next couple of minutes, but they're waiting until that tractor trailer get its load of steel beams into the construction zone. That could happen another couple of times for you with traffic stoppages of up to 15 minutes at a time today until 2 p.m. and again tomorrow between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Parkway West on the inbound ride is just slow right now at the Banksville on-ramp. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine will fade beyond increasing clouds later today with a high of 52. It'll be cloudy tonight with a bit of rain toward morning, low 39. Cloudy tomorrow with periods of rain and a high of 56. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-284-1238. 800-284-1238. You have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. 800-284-1238.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
All right, it's a Monday, holiday week. Oh, yeah, we're coming off the heels of a big football weekend. And listen, it's a short week. I'm here today, and tomorrow, that's it. Then it's turkey time. Anyway, Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6, right here, KDK.
So I just had Mark Kneebone on, a former Pittsburgh cop who said he would never become a cop again. One of my favorite cops of all time in my life, and no BS, and he knows this, is Schwartzwalder Bob. And Bob coined this phrase when I asked him if he would have his son become a cop in this atmosphere. And Bob said flat out, no, I'll chain his ass in the basement. And considering what happened over the weekend on light up night and the lack of commitment to safety and the lack of commitment to cops, I get it. Bob, welcome to the show. How are you, sir?
Good afternoon, morning, Marty. Thank you for having me.
I'll tell you what. I was sitting there in Ohio with my son in a swim meet, and all my boys are texting me, sending me sound, and glaring oversight, glaring weaknesses, glaring coverage of the city Saturday night, sir, for Light Up Night. Yes?
Well, that's the reports that I'm hearing as well.
And
there
Bob,
fights everywhere.
Comes down to the same crap. Not enough men, not enough women. And they just don't care, do they, sir?
Well, I mean, if you look at when Bill Peduto left office, right, he had slightly above 1,000 cops and dropped a little bit right near the end of his tenure to about 986. So right near the end of 21, right before he stepped out, he had about 986. Now we're at 756.
Oh, my goodness.
That's it. Yep, that's his current administration.
Oh, my goodness.
And so you've dropped 230 officers. You do the math. It might be up a little bit because we just put a recruit class on.
Wow.
But it still hasn't broke. It's still nowhere near the 800 that's in the budget.
Wow.
And there's been no change in events.
And no change in population. Come on.
No change in events, no change in population, and you can't keep delivering the same service level. And things that happened, on Light Up Night is just a microcosm of that. You're going to have other types of, maybe different types of responses, maybe slow responses, things like that nature, and it's just going to continue.
Hey, Bob, I'll tell you what annoys the crap out of me, and you know this. I have 20 clips of sound from fights, drunks, stabbings, pepper spray being used, 300 kids fighting. And all these jag-off politicians say, another great light-up night. Why the big lie, Bob? Why, brother?
Well, that attracts attention to them, right? So if they're responsible and accountable for it, probably why people lost the election.
True.
They're responsible and accountable for it. Then they still want to paint this rosy picture to let everybody know. And listen, I'm glad people went downtown and had a good time, but there's also a lot of people that didn't have a good time.
Right
as well.
on. I ain't taking that. Hey, Bob, I'm not doing that crapshoot with my kids. I'm just not, Bob.
I haven't gone to light up night, I think, since my son was like 3.
My man.
So that's
the videos are
good.
Videos are all you need to hear. The stabbing sound is all you need to hear. The truth is that people were beating the hell out of each other. There were all these loser kids took Children's Hospital, meaning they were kids, Bob. Stabbings, beatings, drunks, injuries from fights. And check this out. Your guys had to call in Port Authority begging them for help, sir, because you didn't have enough people.
Well, what we don't know is we don't know how many county officers were down there. We don't know that yet.
Right.
Like I haven't seen those reports, or if there were any troopers that were also assigned. I don't know that yet. Because there's a couple variables there we don't know. But let's assume they weren't there. Well, then then why would you have an event that you advertise more than 70 to 100,000 people, swelling the city population by 25 to 30%, and you have less staffing? I just got them explaining to you from the city's own documents, they dropped over 230 officers in a couple of years.
Hey, Bob.
230-some officers. In this administration, not Peduto's.
Wow.
Because I've heard that report before, that Peduto didn't do this or Peduto didn't do that, Mayor Peduto. That is not true. That is inaccurate from the city's own documents, and I could demonstrate it anytime somebody wanted to see it. This all happened under this administration. Not under the Peduto administration.
Is it?
And I have my differences with Bill. I have my differences with that.
Yeah, of course.
But he, to his credit, made sure he covered attrition and made sure he had adequate public safety.
Hey, I hear that the arbitration's going horribly. Is that true?
No.
No.
I don't know who's telling. No, I've been to every single session. I think this particular arbitrator and this panel has run a very fair process. Everybody's gotten in all their evidence. We presented for 3 days. The city presented for their 3 days. We have a day of rebuttal coming up mid-December, and then we'll go to the panel. I feel the process has been very fair, and I think it's gone well.
Excellent. Hey, Bob. Under these circumstances, do you stand by I would chain my son in the basement before I allowed him to be a cop right now?
Yeah. First of all, my son wouldn't even think about it now.
Right on.
If he was thinking about it in his early 20s, he's doing so well for himself right now, he wouldn't even think about it.
Right.
But why would you? Why would you I admire these recruits. Yeah, I admire these recruits that are still, willing to pin the badge on now. I admire them. But I don't think they really know what they're getting themselves into.
And what's your vibe? Corey's going to have to come up with some money, can he?
Well, there's Marty. I've said this before.
You have.
It's not budget. I always say it's budget priorities. We all have budget priorities. You have them in your home. I have them in my home.
Yep.
We prioritize. So if you're suffering in the public safety realm, you're suffering in the police realm, then you have to prioritize that, like a lot of other major cities have had to do. And it just seems here, they just, their strategy is hope. Hey, we're just going to run with this, and we're going to hope something doesn't happen. And when it does, then, and I find it interesting that talk radio, like your station in particular, has covered more of this mess from first night than the regular mainstream media. And I know you're mainstream media,
they're lazy.
Please don't be insulted.
They don't have the staff. They just don't. It just doesn't exist anymore. God bless them. And they're all amateurs. They're all 12 years old. They'd rather post their makeup and their dress and what they have for dinner than what's happening in Market Square, Bob. That's why we're here, brother.
But it is important. And I'm curious of what the business people think. because
they hate this, the Market Square guys. But they don't have the courage to step up.
Yeah. It is a shame because I feel, when I worked in Zone 2 for over 20 years, it was always nice downtown. Downtown was beautiful. It was wonderful.
Not now.
But, when the leadership, when we hit the pandemic, leadership kind of dropped the ball. And then we had the Floyd situation up in Minneapolis. And then everybody blamed all the police across the country.
That's right.
And then this rhetoric, instead of everybody saying, hold on, let's take a pause for a second. Let's see what happened here. And let's address those issues. Nope, everybody got painted with a broad brush, and we are where we are.
They better get their SHI blank together before the NFL draft, or we're going to look like SHI blank heads. You know what I'm saying, brother?
I can't wait to see how they're going to handle this with the funding levels that they're estimating. There's some things that we could talk about, and I'm locking it down, but we have to talk about that another day when I have more solid information. But I will tell you this. I know there's well over $10 million out there floating around, and it's not coming to the city.
Oh, come on.
And it's supposed to be coming to the city to handle the draft for all the overtime and things like that. But I can't quite lock down exactly where the money's at right now, and I'm working on it.
All right, brother. Bob Schwartzwalder, the man. Thanks, brother.
Okay, Marty, you take care. Thank you for having me.
Truth to power. Hey, you got to hang. We got to talk about the mural that was jacked up at the new airport. You got to hear what happened. You got to hear this next. With my man, John, our new favorite all-time Steel City lawyer. John Bajetsky, spell that backwards. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
Well, Marty, what's up is things are pretty tame as you try to drive through and to downtown Pittsburgh, no matter which artery you pick. So that gives us a chance to do some reminders from the construction zone lane restriction file. And this is one of those overnight options, and it actually kind of starts during your late evening hours. A reminder that the ramps that carry southbound 65 and southbound 279 to the Fort Duquesne Bridge get a closure 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. each night this week, Monday through Wednesday, weather permitting. At the same time, when crews are doing that work, the Allegheny Avenue, Ridge Avenue, Reedsdale Street ramps to the Fort Duquesne Bridge will close as well. There will be posted detours. No work will happen Thursday or Friday nights because of the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, but leave extra time to get around that. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This holiday, give the gift of peace of mind with a AAA membership, the ultimate stocking stuffer for the ones you love. Enjoy exclusive savings on shopping, dining, theme parks, and even travel planning. Plus, 24/7 roadside assistance you can always count on. Right now, gift a membership for just $35 and get a free household member. They'll even thank you with a $20 gift card. Visit AAA.com/gift. AAA, we're always with you.
Well, folks, the holidays are here in the Winter Wonderland. Weiner Wellness Weekend is December 5th and 6th with workshops from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. on Friday and Saturday, featuring the top holistic practitioners and experts in the industry. A delicious, healthy lunch will be provided from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And, of course, lots of samples, healthy treats, and the Black Friday deep discounts start November 24th. All of this at the World of Wellness, 2419 Baldrick Road, Pittsburgh. That's 2419 Baldrick Road, Pittsburgh.
Hear a lot about AI these days. It's ubiquitous. At Perry Calder, the law firm, AI is attorney intelligence. The best, the brightest, the biggest settlement cases in Pennsylvania in decades. Perry Calder. They got doctors on staff. They got the best researchers. They've had the best results. Perry Calder, AI, attorney intelligence. 412-281-4200. 412-281-4200.
Running a small business is a daily balancing act. One late shipment, one price hike, one employee issue, and your whole month, maybe the entire year, could be in trouble. That's where LendSeek comes in.
I needed $100,000 fast to keep up with inventory demands. LendSeek had me funded the same day I applied. Between their AI platform finding the fastest deal and a dedicated funding specialist guiding the process, it couldn't have been easier.
Our AI-driven platform matches your business with the right program from over 100 funders, up to $2 million in as fast as 24 hours. Don't wait until it's too late. If you've been in business at least 2 years with more than $500,000 in annual revenue, qualifying is simple. No collateral, no out-of-pocket costs, no hassle. From lines of credit, term loans to revenue-based financing, LendSeek is open for business. Apply in minutes at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
Cancer is a war. It's the truth. I don't know that my sister Barb would be alive. She's battling pancreatic cancer. I don't know that she'd be alive if it wasn't for the folks in that team at UPMC. I just don't. The care, the concern, the different medicines, the different procedures, the different trials to keep her alive. It's magnificent. I saw the same thing with myself and so many others. UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life, your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Predictive Oncology reported a total operating loss of approximately $3.27 million in the third quarter of 2025 amidst a move to diversify its business holdings. Predictive utilizes artificial intelligence to explore possible oncological drug discovery. During the third quarter, it moved to diversify its AI holdings through a partnership with Aether, a company that provides high-performance computing to AI. Also, Bank of America's latest Pittsburgh branch will open its doors to customers today in what the nation's second biggest bank described as a soft opening. The site, located at 1327 East Carson Street, previously housed a restaurant. The Vault Tap Room closed in August of 2022. It'll bring the local tally to 14 for B of A, which prefers the term financial center for its locations. Construction began in June on what B of A calls its Southside Flats location. It will encompass about 4,500 square feet. It'll offer cash services, ATMs, bankers for consumer and business customers, a Merrill Financial Solutions advisor, and private meeting space for specialists. The bank did not say how many staffers would be based there. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to pittsburghbusinesstimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
So there's this mural at the new airport. It's the old mural with Franco catching the football. It was like a figurine. And then they put a mural behind it. If you haven't been out there, they screwed it up. It's actually one of the funniest things that I've ever done. It's one of the funniest things I've ever done because my boy John sent me this meme of this crap at the new airport. And it's like a stage almost with a mural behind it with the figurine of Franco catching the ball. And it says immaculate reception. Then it says the fourth quarter, 0 seconds, wrong. And then it says AFC divisional playoff, Raiders 7, Steelers 12, wrong. They screwed it up. And Mr. Steel City lawyer pointed out the flaws, the error in their ways. Right, John?
I did. You know, I feel really bad talking about it after, talking about all the bad things that are going on in the city of Pittsburgh and, people with real problems.
No.
And murals at airports.
I disagree. I disagree. This is stupid. And it's some idiot. I don't know. Who cares what the score is? It's just a nice color balance. This crap. Pittsburgh would whine about this for the next 100 years to the next airport, John.
Yeah, and I've lived through 3 airports now in Pittsburgh, so that should tell you something. Maybe Heinz Field's up for replacement next now. Everything's on a short cycle, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it just seemed to me to be sort of a no-brainer to get that one right. I can't think of the reason why. I mean, perhaps the people that are doing it weren't alive then, or didn't have the opportunity to watch the game footage. But it's certainly kind of with a town like this, everyone's so dedicated to things like the Steelers, I mean, how could you do that? That just, to me, that seems a little crazy.
John, read their response, though. It's actually kind of entertaining.
Oh, yeah. So they did a response that I actually sent you on
they
Twitter,
sent it to me.
And
they sent
it to you, too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, because it basically said, we're really sorry about it, and we'll make some changes, and, we appreciate all the feedback and everything like that.
No, hold on, John. They initially lied and basically said that the current background is meant to be a collage of several moments in time, depicting the Immaculate Reception and celebratory moments afterward. We know the details are important to Pittsburghers.
Yeah. Okay, I see it now, that part. Yeah, I must have glazed over that. I kind of just read the first paragraph and the last paragraph when it's too long to read.
Come on, John. They acted like they intended to do this. Oh, come on. Get over it, Pittsburgh.
Well, I don't think they intended to do it. I'd say grossly negligent. I mean, look, this is a crime against humanity here. Yeah. We're talking about, I mean, you should go to the airport and see that and have a yinzergasm, not crime.
Hold on, say that again.
Humanity.
I was laughing too loud. What is this?
Well, I said you should see it, and everyone should have a collective yinzergasm, not scream it's a crime against humanity.
And hold on, and it's a crime against what?
Yinsmanity.
That is
not humanity, but yinzer
that
humanity.
That is friggin' beautiful, John. So they say now we will adjust the clock to depict how much time was left when Franco scored prior to the extra point.
Century NFL to adjust the clock, right?
Oh, we are excited to continue our partnership with whoever jacked this up and continue to greet travelers from Pittsburgh. Oh, John.
Which shocks me because the History Center is fantastic. If you've ever been there, I mean, everything is dead on, spot on.
It's true. It's
and I really appreciate all the different statues that they have at the airport, But, this was kind of a big one that you don't want to mess up.
Hold on. Dude, my buzz is kicking in, dude. You want to go finish that mural, dude?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, I guess at one point that score was correct, but the clock is wrong for
Thank you,
score.
John. You're the man.
1 point. Hey, no problem, Marty. I hope you're doing well, and keep in touch.
Steel City lawyer, John Bajeski. Thanks, brother. You're the best.
You got it. Take care, brother.
Love him.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
The holidays are here at OliverFlowers.com. Flowers make great gifts. OliverFlowers.com. And they deliver. OliverFlowers.com. Family owned for 95 years. OliverFlowers.com. Everything you need to deck the halls. OliverFlowers.com. Looking for the perfect gift? Want to make shopping easy? OliverFlowers.com. Flowers, plants, candy, cuddly plush animals, and yes, balloon bouquets are back. Go to OliverFlowers.com to start your holiday shopping and decorating today. OliverFlowers.com.
Gobble, gobble, up some great savings at Coons Market for Turkey Day 2025. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. Save with your Coons Reward Card. USDA Grade A frozen honeysuckle white young turkeys, 98 cents a pound. Fresh southern yams, 47 cents a pound. And selected varieties of Marie Callender pies, 24.5 to 42-ounce boxes, 2 for $10. Additional savings in our meat department. USDA Grade A frozen honeysuckle white young turkey breast, $1.39 a pound. And wild-caught fresh Alaskan cod fillets are $10.99 a pound. In the produce department, all-purpose Idaho potatoes, 8-pound bag, $2.88 each. And Little Leaf Farms leaf lettuce, 4-ounce packages, 2 for $6. In the deli department, pumpkin mousse is $5.99 a pound. And this week, selected varieties of Heinz Homestyle gravy, 12-ounce jars, $1.69 each.
How do you find the Coons Market nearest you? Click on CoonsMarket.com. Happy Thanksgiving from Coons Market, a Pittsburgh and holiday tradition.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet stop you from being active and getting healthy. Trade in your bad feet for good feet at the Good Feet store.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
47 and mostly cloudy. It's 12 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Striking journalists at the Post-Gazette returned to their North Shore newsroom this morning, ending a walkout that lasted more than 3 years. Newspaper Guild President Andrew Goldstein told KDKA Radio he expects tensions as staffers readjust, but says the union is focused on moving forward.
Obviously, after 3 years and after all the fighting we've done, there's some anxiety. We're a little nervous, but also excited. And I'm excited to get back to doing my job and being a reporter and serving the people of southwestern Pennsylvania.
Guild members say their return follows a federal appeals court ruling that found the paper bargained in bad faith during contract talks. A person is dead after being struck by a train early this morning in Elliott. It happened near West Carson Street around 2 a.m. The person's identity has yet to be released, and an investigation is underway. A road closure started this morning as part of PennDOT's Commercial Street Bridge project. Commercial Street and Forward Avenue between Whipple Street and Somerset Drive are closed to traffic until February. Also closed is 9 Mile Run Trail. Driver Jeff Davis shared his thoughts about the closure with KDKA TV.
Yeah, it's not going to be a great time period, but it needs to be done, so we'll get by with it.
Still to come is a month-long closure of the Parkway East in July as the Commercial Street Bridge is replaced. Springdale Council is set to hear more expert testimony tonight as it decides the fate of a proposed data center in the borough. The proposed hyperscale data center would be located next to a mechanical cooling plant on Duquesne Avenue in Cheswick. Council will consider the proposal at its 5:30 p.m. hearing tonight and has the final say to approve or reject the project. The state's top cop is reminding you to be on the lookout for common scam techniques that pop up this time of year. Attorney General Dave Sunday says they range from requests from bogus charities to fake online stores, all designed to dupe you out of your money. In a video statement, Sunday said online shoppers should make sure they're buying from a legitimate vendor.
We so often see mimic websites created by scammers to appear like the real thing. Go directly to the vendor that you trust and be sure to check the web address before proceeding with the purchases.
He says since scammers often prey on seniors and the young, keep potential victims in your family up to date. Charismatic reggae pioneer and actor Jimmy Cliff has died at 81. Cliff was a native Jamaican with a spirited tenor and a gift for topical lyrics, who joined Kingston's emerging music scene in his teens and helped lead a movement in the 1960s that included future stars like Bob Marley. A longtime restaurant will close this weekend. The Grant Bar in Millvale has been in business for 90 years and has been a gathering spot for generations. The last day of operation for the Grant Bar, Saturday the 29th. On Wall Street, at this hour, the Dow is up 208 points at 46,453. The NASDAQ is up 504 points. That's just over 2%. And the S&P is up 87. In KDKA Sports Monday Night Football, the 49ers and Panthers play at San Francisco. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick, 45 years of experience and thousands of five-star reviews. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:03. It's 47 and cloudy in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast is next.
Woke radical liberals are screwing up this country, but Congressman Guy Reschenthaler is fighting back. He backed one big, beautiful tax cut for working families, increasing the standard deduction for hard-working Americans, ending Social Security taxes for nearly all seniors, and taxes on tips and overtime gone. So call Congressman Guy Reschenthaler at 202-225-2065 and thank him for backing working family tax cuts and putting America first. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. You want a new physical therapy experience? You want a treatment plan centered on you? Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, is spelled different, because they are different. Monroeville Physical has new technology and an expert staff to give you a personalized experience to get you back to loving your life. Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200. They helped me dramatically love physical. Check it out.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you are facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine will fade beyond increasing clouds later today with a high of 52. It'll be cloudy tonight with a bit of rain toward morning, low 39. Cloudy tomorrow with periods of rain and a high of 56. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
At Bowser Chevrolet, we're thankful for our customers, and we're showing it with incredible red tag savings all month long during the Chevy Red Tag Sales Event. Get a 2026 Equinox 2LT all-wheel drive and lease for only $299 a month, or get 0% for 36 months. Plus, the new 2026 Chevy Trax has arrived, and Bowser has over 70 in stock and ready to drive home. For well-qualified buyers, dealer doc fee of $477 applies. 36-month lease, 10,000-mile approved credit through GM Financial. Offers end December 1st. Bowser Chevrolet Monroeville, BowserChevrolet.com.
Adam, what are you thankful for? Great question, Nick. My new son Henry, eating too much of Mom's pumpkin pie. I'm grateful that Legacy Box has been able to help millions of people safeguard their important recorded moments. And with our Black Friday event that starts now, more families can enjoy digitizing their home movies and pictures with an insane 65% off. Legacy Box is the best gift for you or a family member. It's what Better Homes and Gardens calls the most sentimental gift to make this holiday season special, and what Reader's Digest called a genius product. That's because Legacy Box is simple and safe, and we digitize everything by hand. You'll get your originals back, plus digital copies that protect your treasured tapes, film reels, and photos from floods, mold, even the decay of time. So while the stuffing is in the oven, make sure to visit Legacy Box and shop our Black Friday event to take an unreal 65% off. With limited quantities ready to ship, this deal will go fast. Black Friday starts now at legacybox.com/value. That's legacybox.com to take 65% off. legacybox.com/value.
When it comes to affordable term life insurance, everyone's whistling the Big Lou tune. If you're over 50, maybe a bit porky, or have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost about $200 a month. Even if you're not in perfect health, call Big Lou, because he specializes in finding big chunks of affordable term life insurance for just about everyone. Don't let diabetes or other health glitches keep you from owning $500,000 to $1 million or more of term life insurance. For affordable term life insurance, call Big Lou. Don't hesitate. Call 800-700-6898, 800-700-6898, or visit biglou.com.
Call Big Lou, don't hesitate. 800-700-6898. Call Big Lou, don't hesitate. 800-700-6898. Visit biglou.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call us now. $30 billion was set aside for meso victims, and in most cases, your claim is settled out of court without a jury trial. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I've become good friends with Julian Gray over the years. Excuse me. Because he does the right thing, because it's pragmatic information that's helped my family, helped me and my wife. But more importantly, a significant amount of information that could help. So we have ratings, and we have a vast audience, and I'm not exaggerating, 35 to 64, which encompasses a large group of men and women that are thinking about retiring. And I'm sitting there with Patrick in Julian's office late last week, and we're talking about things that are just about to happen to a lot of those folks in that age group. And it's why I love Julian, because his stuff makes sense to so many people. And it's actually how we became friends in the first place, because what he said made sense to my family and my parents' estate, and now, of course, my estate and my wife's estate. And he joins us this morning. Julian, good morning, brother. How are you?
I'm great, Marty. How are you?
No BS. Every time I sit with you, my mind's like, damn, we got to tell our audience this. So let's do this. You said something that I wasn't prepared for. So it's a basic question, and tell me if I'm wrong with it. What do you do with your 401k when you retire? Right? That's kind of the genesis of it, right?
Yeah, that's a little bit of a loaded question. There's a lot going on there, but as we talked about, Marty, it's now people's most valuable asset. It's replaced the family home as the most valuable asset, so it needs to be taken care of.
This is hell. What he's saying is, it actually kind of threw me back, because he's damn right. Because people have like millions now. Everybody doesn't, but a lot of people do have more than $1 million in a 401k, and very few people have $1.5 million home. So what happens? You cash out and you automatically pay all these taxes, or what happens, Julian?
Well, Marty, that's just it. We're noticing so many people, they just don't have an exit strategy for their 401k and their IRA. You know, they're just kicking the can down the road. And sooner or later, the IRS wants to get paid those income taxes that they've been waiting sometimes 30, 40 or more years to get paid. And so you really got to look at where your lifestyle's at and kind of plan ahead as you approach retirement in your 60s. You start talking about these things.
Hey, Julian, so if you don't do something, they'll just take a chunk. What, 40% or 33%? How much?
Well, it's two taxes, actually. So in Pennsylvania, for example, if you die owning an IRA worth $1 million, the first thing that happens is you've got to give 4.5% death tax to the Pennsylvania Department of Revenue. So that's right away. So it's $45,000, and that's if you're leaving something to children. If you leave it to a sibling, the tax would be $120,000.
What?
12%.
What?
So that's welcome to Pennsylvania.
Wow.
So there's that. And that's just the state death tax, Marty, on these IRAs. But on top of that, the people who inherit the money have up to 10 years to take out all the IRA money and pay all that income tax over 10 years. But many times they're in the highest earning years of their lives, because, you know, they're inheriting parents' money in their 50s. And believe it or not, this is the first year people have had to really start take these distributions since 2020, when they changed the law because of COVID.
And so what happens? What happens then? What do you have to do? You have to pay immediately?
Well, what's happening now is that everyone has 10 years to take out their IRA if they inherit it from a parent, for example, and pay all the income tax that was kicked down the road for decades.
Wow.
And they've got to figure out, you know, are they going to take the payments now? Or are they going to push it to year 10? You know, these are very important decisions. You should sit down with your financial planner. It's a lot of tax.
What's your advice?
Well, my advice is to take a look at this as you start approaching retirement. You know, when you turn 55, 60 years old, make sure you're sitting down with your accountant, with your lawyer, with your financial planner, and saying, hey, what should I be doing to try to mitigate the income tax exposure to me or my spouse or my kids someday? You know, what types of things can I be doing?
Man, that's amazing. All right, number one. Number two, this is actually amazing here. So I'm on Medicare. I get 50 grand from someone or a settlement. What happens to my Medicare? This is crazy.
Well, Marty, it's actually Medicaid, I think you're referring to.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, because the Medicaid is the welfare program in Pennsylvania that covers, you know, thousands and thousands of people for things like home care, nursing home care, prescription drugs, health insurance. And those things, as you know, are very, very means tested. And even if you inherit a relatively small inheritance, you know, let's say $20,000, $50,000, that can wreck your Medicaid eligibility. and then you have to spend months getting back on. And during that time period, you lose a lot of valuable benefits. So you have to be prepared when you know that's coming.
What do you do, man?
Well, first of all, there's two places where we see this happen a lot. One, people who inherit money they didn't recognize was coming, inheritances, or if they have a small, relatively small personal injury lawsuit for like a slip and fall or a car accident or something, we're not talking about millions of dollars here. And so as soon as you find out that you might be receiving this money and you are on any type of means-tested benefits like supplemental security income known as SSI or Medicaid known as medical assistance here in Pennsylvania, contact a lawyer that specializes in these types of techniques. We do this every day and certainly can help you figure that out.
My man, the thing I love about you is I don't know any of this stuff. And if I don't, I ain't no big brain, but most people don't think about this stuff, do they, sir? Because I don't.
Well, people are very reactive, unfortunately, right? We're all very busy with our lives. And if you're on benefits, you may be just making ends meet. And so you've got to find out, hey, how can I enjoy that money I'm getting, this small amount that's supposed to make my life better? How do I make it not make my life worse, actually? And that's really the important part, is to get help right away.
Man, that 401k thing, is there any way to get out of that death tax? Nothing, huh?
Not yet, but there are some techniques, more time than we have to go into today. Yes,
right.
There are.
Julian Gray, my brother, GrayOutLaw.com. Thanks, my man. Great stuff.
Thanks, Marty. Happy Thanksgiving.
I love them because it's all things that I don't think about, and most folks don't think about, and it means that I never thought about what you would do with your 401k, and you don't think, oh, I'm going to have to pay taxes on all that. Had no idea. He's fantastic. GrayOutLaw.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Why wait? We're dropping the savings now during the Black Friday countdown at Jim Shorkey Kia Wexford. Get a new 2026 Kia Sportage LX all-wheel drive for 0.9% APR for 48 months, or a new 2025 Kia Telluride S for 0.9% APR for 60 months. Your deal, your way. What a great day at Jim Shorkey Kia Wexford. Visit us at JimShorkeyKiaWexford.com or call 609-735-6849 for offer details.
Do you have experience working on Class 8 heavy-duty trucks? Consider a career with PGT Trucking Maintenance. PGT is now hiring experienced diesel fuel mechanics in Midland and Blairsville, PA. Support the fleet by helping to maintain PGT's late model equipment, including International and Peterbilt tractors. Technicians should be able to complete a preventative maintenance inspection. Experience in the trucking industry is preferred. Call 1-800-TEAM-PGT or apply online at pgttrucking.com/work.
So I interviewed a mother and daughter. They're both full-time nurses in Pittsburgh. Both got degrees from CCAC. Both of them have no debt. None. My daughter's best friend is going to Pitt as a junior. Her first 2 years at CCAC, no debt. It's amazing. They have 130 programs. CCAC.edu. CCAC rocks, believe me.
Experience casino like never before at Bet365. Spin your way through your favorite games. Check out our awesome table games and face off against a real live dealer. And play exclusive games that you simply can't play anywhere else. New Bet365 players get a 100% deposit match bonus up to $1,000 plus spins. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically present in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. T&Cs apply.
Joy is one of the best feelings there is. Joy is a hot meal on a cold winter day. Joy is finding comfort in a place to call home when you have nowhere to go. Joy is the sound of presents unwrapping on Christmas morning. Every dollar that you give to the Salvation Army today brings joy to someone in need. Help provide food, shelter, utilities, and more. Text the word kettle to 31333 or visit salvationarmywpa.org to give joy today.
UPMC, life-changing, life-saving information. I live it every day.
Tune in this Sunday morning at 8 for the Coons Cooking Hour with Rob Pratt and the Coons Market Team when they discuss pasta and sauce recipes. It's the Coons Cooking Hour, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer.
CBS Eye on Veterans from ConnectingVets.com. In a recent conversation with VA Secretary Doug Collins, we learned more about his goals for veterans who have become frustrated by the VA's disability benefit claims process.
Anybody listening here, I have a goal. By my time here, I want to get it to the point where no veteran has to go to anybody to fill out their own form and to get an answer on their application. They should. I love our VSOs. I love the people who want to help. But we've made this the problem. DA's made this hard, not everybody else. So we're going to work to make those applications smaller, get the information we need, use whatever we need to get that to happen.
Since 2013, the annual Progressive Keys to Progress event has provided deserving veterans with vehicles, helping our heroes drive their lives forward. Learn more about this program at keystoprogress.com.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I find the world to be an amazingly wonderful place. We can get down, and you can stay down, or you can just face the truth. And the truth is that people are wonderful. So James Hogan, who is a pastor of a fantastic church in the Rocks, he's one of my close friends, has an amazing congregation, and he... and it's a needy congregation, quite frankly, as many congregations are. And he sent me a note about needing 25 turkeys. That's how cool people are. Excuse me. And this happened so fast that it blows the mind. So he says he needs 25 turkeys. I get this amazing email. Let me get to it correctly so I don't blow it, because I have a habit of blowing things. This wonderful woman, Jennifer, I won't give her full name unless she says it's cool, says, hey, I'll do it. That fast. Give me his Venmo. I'll send him a check right now. I'll put cash in there so he can buy as many turkeys as he wants. This happened in 10 minutes. It's a beautiful thing. It's funny. And this is on top of Friday. One of my boys dropped off a check, an envelope stuffed with hundreds. He said, help as many kids as you can. Right, Patrick? Patrick,
that's amazing.
Trevin said something actually is kind of interesting because he's new to the show. He said he's surprised by the generosity, and I said, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but we kind of live this. It's magnificent, isn't it?
And we see it. Every week we see something amazing from somebody stepping up to help out.
It's crazy. I mean, we've had people giving cars, roofs on houses. Heck, we found a missing man last week, for God's sakes. It's a powerful force of people who give a damn. Never lose sight of that in some of the angst that comes out of my mouth and some of the things that we point out that are wrong. But even at that level, you heard the city councilman Coghill on here Friday. He said, hey, if we don't protest and publicize and live stream the mess on 2nd Avenue, 175,000 people watched the video, it wouldn't have been done. And the point is, that's what the platforms are for. Look, we can all bitch and whine and moan and just go home and sit on our thumb. Or we can bitch and whine and moan. That too. Bitch and whine and moan and use the platform to create havoc and thus change. I asked for 25 turkeys. And within 25 minutes had a commitment of $5,000. Just saying. I find it astounding how much people really care. I don't ever lose sight of the greatness and the kindness of strangers. This amazing woman, Jennifer, literally says, give me the pastor's Venmo. Seriously. Done. 5 minutes. 25 turkeys. Done. One of my boys, who's a real estate agent who I love to death, just sent me a text. Ryan, love him. Hey, man, if you have anyone in need for Thanksgiving, send them my way, please. Remember, you know Ryan.
Ryan Shedlock.
Fantastic real estate guy. Hardy Hanna's one of his people. Literally, if you have anyone in need for Thanksgiving, send them my way. This is the greatness and the kindness and the magnificence of the audience. Every single time. I'm not even going to get into what my friend Carl did for my sister this weekend. My sister is really struggling, and you reach a point where you hit the wall. And the wall has been hit. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because I can't fix it or change it, but the battle is the battle, but sometimes you have to just fight on with just prayer because medicine quit working. I can't get past the anger. I'm serious about this. The pain, the heartache, the fear, the anxiety that I feel over my sister. And anyone out there that's lost a loved one, this isn't about me, it's about that glass in my eyes all the time. Anyone out there knows this. Anyone. I am working to power through it without quitting. And it's these moments of greatness and glory where people make a difference that keep us going. It's 25 turkeys to keep us going. It's finding a lost man who we thought was dead that keep us going. It's $100 bills stuffed in an envelope to help kids that keep us going. Otherwise, man, I'm just going to be in the fetal position in a ball in my bed, hacked off at the world. And I don't think that helps anyone. Do you?
The holidays are back at Starbucks, so share the season with a peppermint mocha. Starbucks signature espresso, velvety mocha, and cool peppermint notes, topped with whipped cream and dark chocolate curls. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks.
Lowe's early Black Friday deals are going fast. Don't miss up to 50% off select major appliances. Plus, up to an extra 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. And with Christmas around the corner, you're going to need more string lights, right? Save $4 on GE LED 100-count string lights, now just $5.98. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 12/3. Selection varies by location. Select locations only. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Having a tough time paying your bills? Learn how to reduce your credit card debt to a fraction of what you owe. Call the Debt Helpline now for free advice. 800-329-9912. 800-329-9912.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Mostly cloudy and 50 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. The traffic accident that shut down the outbound lanes of the Parkway East for several hours this morning was fatal. State police say a disabled sedan was hit by a pickup truck around 5:30 this morning near mile marker 73 in North Oakland. The sedan caught fire after the impact, and witnesses tried to pull the woman from the burning vehicle, but the flames were too intense. The woman died at the scene. The truck driver was treated for minor injuries. As we start Thanksgiving week, charitable organizations say food insecurity is greater than ever. News Radio KDK's Paul Rasmussen has that story.
Brian Gulish with the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank says even with federal aid resuming, the charity is preparing for record demand during the holidays.
Prior to the week of November 10th, we had never pushed 1 million pounds of food out in 1 week. That week, we pushed out 1.2 million pounds of food, and then last week, the week of the 17th, another 1 million pounds of food. So the food is still going out.
The food bank, along with Giant Eagle, the Penguins, Pirates, and Steelers, will provide Thanksgiving turkeys to more than 300 families tomorrow afternoon at PNC Park. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio KDKA.
Meanwhile, folks are being cautioned to avoid conversations about politics and religion when visiting with family and friends at the Thanksgiving dinner table. On the Big K Morning Show, political analyst Lenny McAllister says it would be very easy to, quote, step in it when bringing something up that you might think is benign.
If you say, something like, can you believe that they shut down the government for as long as they did? Those poor people that didn't get a paycheck. And you got somebody from an offshoot saying they needed to shut down the government. They spend too much money, those crazy Democrats, and then off you go.
One 2025 survey found that 59% of Americans are worried about political disagreements causing tension at family gatherings, and 49% want to ban political conversations entirely. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 197 points. The NASDAQ is up 521. The S&P 500 is up 89 points. KDK Radio News Time is 12:32. Our next update at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
All right, Patrick, you ate at Hofstad's about a week ago. How good was it?
Amazing.
Right?
Delicious.
And he's a food snob. So add to that, Hofstad's has prime rib Mondays. My boy, the restaurant king, JK. Prime rib Mondays, Hofstad's. Dry rubbed, slow roasted, hand carved prime rib with au jus. I love saying that. Au jus. 2 sides. Mondays, Hofstad's. Oakmont, 4 to 9. Prime rib, brothers and sisters. Go for it.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family? Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Non-stop flights from Pittsburgh to Sarasota Bradenton, one way for as low as $57. Must be purchased by 12/3/2025 for travel between 10/28/2025 and 5/17/2026. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
With the holiday season here, I have a very special offer to share with you from Zero Res. Get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned, starting at just $119 plus take $75 off your air duct cleaning so you can clean up after Thanksgiving. Get ready for all the holidays taking us through the end of the year. But call now, 412-701-1188, 412-701-1188. Get Zero Res. Without soap or residue, you can get your carpets cleaned, but that's not all. You can get any surface cleaned with Zero Res and take care of those air ducts too. Once again, 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $119 plus $75 off air duct cleaning from Zero Res. Make sure you mention the KDKA special, 412-701-1188, or go online at ZeroResPGH.com and tell them Larry sent you.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Pretty nice for the rest of today as sunshine begins to fade beyond increasing clouds this afternoon, the high 52. It'll turn cloudy tonight, a bit of rain toward morning, though 39. Periods of rain tomorrow, high 56. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This holiday, give the gift of peace of mind with a AAA membership, the ultimate stocking stuffer for the ones you love. Enjoy exclusive savings on shopping, dining, theme parks, and even travel planning. Plus, 24/7 roadside assistance you can always count on. Right now, gift a membership for just $35 and get a free household member. They'll even thank you with a $20 gift card. Visit AAA.com/gift. AAA, we're always with you.
Feeding a big family on Thanksgiving? Jones Turkey Farm has you covered. They offer extra large turkeys that will satisfy everyone. To find out more and save 25%, call Jones Turkey Farm today, 724-352-2450, or visit jonesturkeyfarm.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
All right, it's a Monday, holiday week. Oh, yeah, we're coming off the heels of a big football weekend. And listen, it's a short week. I'm here today and tomorrow. That's it. Then it's turkey time. Anyway, Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6, right here, KDK.
Those folks with the Jones Turkey Farm are insanely cool. There's this girl, woman. Is it Carrie? Carrie. My God. There should be a statue, man. I'm just... That wonderful woman from Jones Turkey Farm was literally headed in for a colonoscopy. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Asking me how the hell she can get 20 turkeys to a church? I am not kidding. Then, I swear this is true. I love this woman. Then, she sends me a note Friday. I need your producer's contact info. I have a turkey for him. Seriously. So she had a colonoscopy. She's booking a knee replacement. And she literally is reaching out to see how she can get some fresh turkey to Patrick. It's amazing, man. Pretty damn cool. I love that about people and the greatness of taking time out of their chaotic day. Bill Ortman is the chairman of Giant Eagle. My man said, you need 25 turkeys. I'll buy them today and tell me where to send them. He's the chairman of Giant Eagle. They got 32,000 employees. It's $13 billion. And my man's like, if you need 25 turkeys, we'll get them. My point is that people really do care a hell of a lot, and I love how they care a hell of a lot. Hey, a couple things I got to get to before this day is over. Number one, we get these stupid stories sent in newsletters. They're trying to get publicity. And this is one of those stupid stories. This company did this stupid study. And you'll understand why it's stupid in a minute. And their stupid study said that Pittsburgh. This is from a guy named Charlie. Charlie said, and he wants to come on. Charlie said that the Steelers fans are the I can't hardly read it. It's so ignorant. Steelers fans are the second, let me read this to be sure, second most attractive NFL fan base. Come on, man. The study analyzed fan faces and AI. It's a lie. Come on. Charlie followed up, summarizing the key rankings. And Charlie offered a full press release for my use, and here it is. Pick-wise. Takes into account face-height ratio. Come on, man. Eye-to-mouth ratio. Really? Does vomit count? Philtrum. Patrick, what is Philtrum? P-H-I-L-T-R-U-M. What is that? Where's the Philtrum? Is that your forehead? Huh?
I have no idea. I'll have to
P-H-I-L-T-R-U-M. Philtrum to nose ratio. Face width ratio. Oh, this is from Charlie. Charlie Giblin said that scientifically. What is it?
So, Philtrum is the vertical groove between the base of your nose and the border of your upper lip.
The little...
Yeah, so nose to lip.
Like right where my finger rests when I'm picking my nose.
Exactly.
Okay. Pittsburgh. Trevin, Pittsburgh has the second most attractive fan base in the NFL. Someone needs drug tested. Whoever is running the...
Do you think I would
Come
say
on, man.
the air that that's an
This is
error?
my home. And I love Pittsburgh, as you know. But, man, you've been to a Steeler game? Dogs, cats, lions, tigers, bears, large, small, short, wide, girthy, husky. And that's just the cheerleaders. Oh, man. My man Charlie, I almost want to bring him on. Arizona fans are number one. We got number two. Uh-huh. New Orleans is next. Packers next. Vegas next. Eagles fans just missed out. Really? Oh, here's the best. Detroit Lions fans. Detroit Lions fans were found to be the ugliest. See? Oh. Can you imagine someone got paid for this? The following table ranks every fan base from the most to least attractive. Arizona 1. Pittsburgh 2. Where's Dallas? 9. Where's L.A.? 16. Can I be honest? Sure I can. I lived in Dallas and L.A. It is insane what women wear to those games. It's insane, the miniskirts and the plastic surgery. And when it's chilly, the furs in Dallas and the diamonds and the blondes and the ex-cheerleaders. And I've had 6 procedures faces at L.A. and Dallas games. They're the worst fans because they just sit there with their mirror looking at themselves. But I grew up here and I love this, and my home is here and I'm proud to be here. But to suggest that Pittsburgh has the most second most attractive fans in the NFL. Someone rigged that poll. Someone was drunk when the research was done, having been to both. Wow. I find it amazing. Are you one of the beautiful people that goes to the Steeler games? I think you are. You are fine.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Marty here on behalf of MediConnect. You a veteran or close to or over the age of 65? Call MediConnect. You may be missing out on Medicare benefits that you've earned for your service. MediConnect is a top-rated local company that will match you with the right Medicare plan that fits your needs. 5-star Google-rated MediConnect. Call 888-818-6334. MediConnect. It's Medicare made simple. It's an absolutely amazing company. MediConnect. When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-323-8922. 800-323-8922. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-323-8922.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Progressive Insurance. Not only does Progressive let you bundle your insurance, they also give you round-the-clock protection. Quote today at progressive.com.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen. Listen to what you have to say. These are complicated and uncertain times. But when you need us, we're here for you. And we're listening. A trusted source that you can count on to be here. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
At Bowser's Chevrolet, we're thankful for our customers, and we're showing it with incredible red tag savings all month long during the Chevy Red Tag Sales Event. Get a 2026 Silverado 1500 double cab and lease for only $341 a month, or get 0% for 36 months. Plus, the new 2026 Chevy Trax has arrived, and Bowser has over 70 in stock and ready to drive home. For well-qualified buyers, dealer doc fee of $477 applies, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year with $2,999 down, tax, title, and fees not included, with approved credit through GM Financial. Offer ends December 1st. Bowser's Chevrolet Monroeville. BowserChevrolet.com.
The holidays are here at OliverFlowers.com. Flowers make great gifts. OliverFlowers.com. And they deliver. OliverFlowers.com. Family owned for 95 years. OliverFlowers.com. Everything you need to deck the halls. OliverFlowers.com. Looking for the perfect gift? Want to make shopping easy? OliverFlowers.com. Flowers, plants, candy, cuddly plush animals, and yes, balloon bouquets are back. Go to OliverFlowers.com to start your holiday shopping and decorating today. OliverFlowers.com.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL. or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DeLucente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DeLucente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks.
This is the Bloomberg Money Minute. A big setback for the pill version of a weight loss wonder drug. Ozempic maker Novo Nordisk said a pill version of its drug failed to slow the progression of Alzheimer's disease in 2 late-stage studies. Now, that's boosting shares of other drug makers. Competitors like Eli Lilly up slightly, and Pfizer up more than 1%. Elsewhere on Wall Street, those stocks seeing some pretty big gains today, with the tech sector leading the way. Right now, the Dow is up nearly 0.5%. The tech-heavy NASDAQ nearly 2.5% higher. The S&P up nearly 1.5%. Ahead of Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and Cyber Monday, the Commerce Department is coming out with September retail sales data tomorrow, expected to show growth, albeit a little slower than in August because of higher prices and persistently higher inflation. And a world record for a Chinese humanoid robot. Just this past week, it completed a 3-day, 66-mile walk, the longest distance ever covered by a 2-legged robot, according to the Guinness Book of World Records. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
That's my motorcycle. I got to tell you a swim parent story. So I've had kids in all the sports. And the crazy parents, and I mean that in the nicest way, are the soccer moms and the psycho soccer dads. I have been at, if I'm lying, I'm dying. I've been at soccer matches where the referee comes over to the sidelines and speaks to the jag-off parents and says, if you don't shut up, I will call this game right now. Seen it. Basketball, same thing. I've had angry in-law, brother-in-law types who go off at basketball games on refs. In their face kind of people. I'm out. Football. Drunks. Enough said. Plus, all those football dads, they all think their sons, hey, my kid's going to Division I. Yeah, I'm sure he is. Back up. And then there's the swim parents. I spent 3 days in Ohio, Bowling Green. Wonderful little campus. Actually, nice school, beautiful, insanely cool pool called the Ohio Open. Swimming with my son. It was me and Vince the whole weekend. I'd say at least 1,000 spectators. Insane of loyalty to swimming, which is cool. Not one, and I mean this, I was there 3 days. Not one ignorant parent. Not one. Not one screaming parent. Not one close your eyes, breathe parent. Not one. Not one parent yelling at their kid. I've seen that at football games, basketball games, wrestling. Huh. How about the father running onto the mat in the wrestling match and running into the ref? That jag off. Not one hostile parent. Not one ignorant parent. In fact, they're kind at the swim meets. Here's why. My theory. No, this is the truth. No tailgating. None. They're eating cookies. I'm just telling you. They're eating snacks. So no one's hammered. No one is hammered. 2, there are no refs. There are no calls. You jump in the water. You swim. There's a timer. The winner's declared by the timer. There's nothing to dispute. Nothing. Ever. Ever. Okay? It's kind of cool. You just go there. Everybody says, excuse me, nice race. Your kid looks good. and you go home. No jag-offs, no in your face, no we got jacked, no this sucks. Let me say this, though. You better have money. And I was talking to Trevin about this morning, my observation about America. In a pool of 1,000 swimmers, then they're jammed. In one race, they had so many heats for the girls' freestyle, 300 swimmers, one event. And they're all wearing tech suits. You know what they are? It's this crazy fabric that the kids wear. You have to buy it or you're a loser. And they're $400 each for the swimsuit. They last 5 or 6 meets. Done. Worn out. And most kids have 3 or 4 of them. I'm serious. And you're staying in Ohio Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And you're paying for all your meals and gas. I am not complaining. We've been blessed. But what it does is it takes a massive population of Americans and tells those kids, you can't swim. You don't belong here. You don't have money. And I hate it. I do. I love the camaraderie. I love what my son's learned about discipline and work ethic and getting up at 4:45 in the morning, which he does. I love how it's changed his body and his mind. I love how he's improved insanely. Had me in tears because I'm a sap when I saw the improvement. But I think that we should do better to make sure that I see all kind of kids swimming, not just the same kid, just in row after row after row. It's not the diverse America that makes America great. It's a great sport. It's a great, great, great discipline. And data shows that swimmers have great careers because of the work ethic and commitment. And the kids study and work hard. However, if I see one kid, I saw one minority, one at a swim meet of 1,000. And I think, and I would hope, that we should do better. I'm not complaining. I'm just pointing out the inadequacy. Yes, we have special advantage. Yes, and I make sure my kids know it, what it takes to get here. I do. And I hope they appreciate it. And if they don't, Daddy will pound it into their heads. But it's a hell of a crowd, and they do everything with class. And I love that. No angry parents.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company. Larger than light. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/radio. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Hey, folks, beginning at 9 a.m. Black Friday at Levin Furniture and Mattress. Amazing doorbusters. Up to 50% off, plus an extra 25% off store-wide. And my friend Robert Levin is throwing in a $50 gift card. It gets even better. 5 years special financing. Hurry. Quantities limited. Without a doubt, the best Black Friday sale ever at Levin Furniture and Levin Mattress Stores. Black Friday at Levin. You got to check it out. Amazing stuff.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Mostly cloudy and 50 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander. News brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. TrustPJ.com. A judge has convicted a man of murdering a mother and her 4-year-old daughter in Pittsburgh nearly 3 years ago. Marquise St. Julian Givner was found guilty of 2 counts of homicide and all other related charges for the deaths of Tamani Lewis and Kahari Thompson. The two were shot and killed while shopping at a market in the city's Lincoln-Lemington area on December 1st of 2022. 2 local men are facing charges in separate child porn cases. The Attorney General's office says 62-year-old Kenneth Klink of Beaver Falls is charged with 66 felonies of possession of files, some of which were made by AI. 43-year-old Joshua Crockett of Vesterburg is charged with 33 felonies, and officials say one of the images he's accused of having or sharing was also generated by AI. The traffic accident that shut down the outbound lanes of the Parkway East for several hours this morning was fatal. State police say a disabled sedan was hit by the pickup truck around 5:30 a.m. near mile marker 73 in Oakland. The sedan caught fire, and the impact and witnesses tried to pull the woman from the burning vehicle, but the flames were too intense. The woman died at the scene, and the truck driver was treated for minor injuries. A Pitcairn man is facing charges after attempting to bring a loaded revolver through the security Pittsburgh International TSA checkpoint. TSA officers found the gun in Justin Lang's carry-on bag around 6:15 Sunday morning. Police say Lang does not have a valid concealed carry permit. He's now charged with carrying a firearm without a license. Thousands of Pittsburgh families struggling with food insecurity will receive Thanksgiving dinner boxes this holiday, thanks to a local nonprofit. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush has the details.
Light of Life Rescue Mission is preparing 2,800 Thanksgiving dinner boxes this year, enough to feed more than 22,000 people. Each box meant for a family of 8 includes some of the items needed for a traditional holiday meal, like a turkey, pie, and sides. That's a 20% increase from last year, highlighting the growing need in the community. Working with over 30 local organizations, the mission ensures these boxes reaches families who might otherwise go without a holiday meal. To learn more, visit lightoflife.org or call 412-258-6100. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
City Council votes 7-2 to transfer the water system to Pittsburgh Water for $1. News Radio KDK's David Bolorado has more.
The no votes, council members Deb Gross and Barb Warwick. Gross held a public hearing and called for a post-agenda on the 1995 agreement, where residents raised concerns about equitable access to water and control of the system going to unelected officials. Kahari Mosley was set to vote no as well, but became a yes vote.
Based on legislation that we are working on and hoping to introduce in the very near future that will add additional guardrails.
Teresa Keel-Smith said Mosley's pending legislation was enough to address her concerns, making her a yes vote, but a skeptical Barb Warwick questioned how the city could impose guidelines on something it doesn't own. David Bolorado, News Radio, KDKA.
Striking journalists at the Post-Gazette returned to their North Shore newsroom this morning, ending a walkout lasting more than 3 years. Newspaper Guild President Andrew Goldstein tells KDKA Radio he expects tensions as staffers readjust, but says the union is focused on moving forward together.
Obviously, after 3 years and after all the fighting we've done, there's some anxiety. We're a little nervous, but also excited. And I'm excited to get back to doing my job and being a reporter and serving the people of southwestern Pennsylvania.
Guild members say their return follows a federal appeals court ruling that found the paper bargained in bad faith during those contract talks. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 266 points, and Nasdaq up 580. The S&P 500 up 103. KDK Sports Monday Night Football will feature the 49ers hosting the Carolina Panthers. They kick it off at 8:15. KDK Radio News Time is 1:03. Right now in Pittsburgh, mostly cloudy and 50 degrees. Your AccuWeather forecast is next.
All right, folks, breaking news. Right now, Comey and James cases dismissed after a judge finds the prosecutor wasn't properly appointed. James Comey, listen.
The idea of a president telling an attorney general who they should and should not charge.
A lot of people were eager to hear the arguments and the judge's opinion on this issue of vindictive prosecution. Last week, James Comey was in court, remarkable thing, arguing that this case was a political selective prosecution. That argument really isn't relevant anymore now that the case is dismissed. Not relevant to this case, but John, there are any number of political critics of the president who fear they face the same prospect of a criminal prosecution because of their criticism. They might have wanted to have seen what a judge said about this issue of selective vindictive prosecution if they too get charged in the coming weeks and the coming months. As we just mentioned, John, there's another name on that September 20th social media post from President Trump. California Senator Adam Schiff, who CBS News has learned has hired a private attorney with the prospect he gets charged down the road as well. All of these defendants, all these people have denied any wrongdoing.
Scott McFarlane, a major bend in the road here for the Trump presidency and Justice Department as we learn the new rules under which both are operating. Once again, the federal indictments against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James have just been dismissed. A judge ruled prosecutor Lindsay Halligan was improperly appointed. Our coverage will continue on CBS News 24/7, your local news, and tonight on the CBS Evening News.
There you go. Significant for a number of reasons. As you heard stated from CBS, but by the way, this is happening as we speak. A federal judge just a few minutes ago dismissed criminal charges against both former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. We just had Marty Dietz on the air Friday discussing this possibility. Wow. Ruling that the Trump-appointed prosecutor who brought them was unlawfully serving in her role. Wow. The decisions from Judge Cameron McGowan Curry, this is from the Wall Street Journal in case you're wondering, deal a significant setback to the Justice Department, which brought charges against Comey and James within weeks of President Trump publicly calling on Attorney General Pam Bondi to prosecute several of his prominent critics. As you may recall, there was great discussion, great anxiety, and great back and forth about Trump using hand-picked prosecutors to conduct political vendettas by going after his political enemies. And this case was given significant coverage for those very reasons. There was significant blowback from Democrats, which you would expect. However, a significant number of prosecutors that we've had on this show had concerns about the nature of the prosecution and the indictment. However, I've also had several former federal prosecutors on this show who believe that the case against Comey was a good case, in all fairness. This, as you can probably expect, is a major political blow to Donald Trump and his efforts to go after his political enemies. The case just thrown out moments ago. The judge made the decision in the case against both of Trump's political opponents. And it's breaking as we speak. The judge said that the prosecutor that Trump found was unlawfully appointed. Trump handpicked Halligan for the role amid increasing, this is from CNN, increasing pressure to bring criminal cases against his political enemies, including Comey and James. This is a quote from the judge. The Attorney General's attempt to install Mrs. Halligan as interim U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia was invalid, end quote. Judge Cameron McGowan Curry wrote in her Monday order. According to Curry, the judge, all actions flowing from Ms. Halligan's defective appointment, including the indictments against Comey and James, were unlawful exercises of executive power and are hereby set aside, end quote. This is a big deal. It's a big deal. The judge tossed out the cases without prejudice, leaving open the possibility that the cases against Comey and James can be brought again, alleging the same conduct. Excuse me. Halligan, a former White House advisor, was selected for the role after the Trump administration pushed out the previous interim U.S. attorney amid increasing pressure to bring cases against Comey and James. In the case against Comey, which Halligan brought before a grand jury just days after her appointment, and James, defense attorneys argued that the 120-day period that an interim U.S. attorney is allowed to serve prior to confirmation from the Senate or approval from the district judges had already expired when Halligan took the position. This, they say, means that Halligan's appointment is unlawful. It's fascinating. The implications of a contrary conclusion are extraordinary, the judge wrote, regarding the appointment of Halligan. All right? All right. We're all over it, folks. We will stay on top of it. I've reached out to several attorneys, including significant number with federal experience. And as soon as we have them lined up, we will take them. It's what we call breaking news, and it has astounding implications for both Trump, the Trump administration, the Justice Department, and future prosecutions. Right? Halligan wrote, this illegal appointment would mean that the government could send any private citizen off the street, attorney or not, into the grand jury room to secure an indictment, so long as the Attorney General gives her approval after the fact. That cannot be law. End quote. Okay? We'll be right back, folks.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Well, folks, the holidays are here in the Winter Wonderland. Weiner Wellness Weekend is December 5th and 6th with workshops from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. on Friday and Saturday, featuring the top holistic practitioners and experts in the industry. A delicious, healthy lunch will be provided from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And, of course, lots of samples, healthy treats, and the Black Friday deep discounts start November 24th. All of this at the World of Wellness, 2419 Baldrick Road, Pittsburgh. That's 2419 Baldrick Road, Pittsburgh.
Perry Calder Law, the best in the business. CaringLawyers.com, the best.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Have you been told there's nothing that can be done for your neuropathy? Tri-State Neuropathy Centers is pleased to tell you that is not true. As one of the largest and most successful neuropathy treatment practices in the country, Tri-State Neuropathy Centers has grown to 9 regional centers and helped over 14,000 patients, like Janie from West Homestead. Janie's neuropathy pain limited her activities to where she couldn't stand long enough to cook a meal. She feared she might need a wheelchair, Then Janie found Tri-State Neuropathy Centers. Their effective FDA-approved treatment program greatly improved Janie's neuropathy, and she considers her decision to use Tri-State Neuropathy Centers as a wise investment in her health and future. Tri-State Neuropathy Centers help Janie, along with thousands of others. Let them help you next. Call 724-940-9000. That's 724-940-9000. Tri-State Neuropathy Centers, the leader in treating peripheral neuropathy.
So I interviewed a mother and daughter. They're both full-time nurses in Pittsburgh. Both got degrees from CCAC. Both of them have no debt. None. My daughter's best friend is going to Pitt as a junior. Her first 2 years at CCAC, no debt. It's amazing. They have 130 programs. CCAC.edu. CCAC rocks, believe me.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you are facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Be thankful this November for your home's equity and take advantage of it with a hot deal. A home equity loan special with rates as low as 5.5% at Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. It's Dan Zangrilli. With 7 convenient locations in the area, unlock this great home loan rate. Not a member? Well, if you live, work, or worship in Allegheny, Beaver, or Butler counties, you can join Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union for just $5. Learn more at AllegiantFCU.org, federally insured by the NCUA.
Hear a lot about AI these days. It's ubiquitous. At Perry Calder, the law firm, AI is attorney intelligence. The best, the brightest, the biggest settlement cases in Pennsylvania in decades. Perry Calder. They got doctors on staff. They got the best researchers. They've had the best results. Perry Calder, AI, attorney intelligence. 412-281-4200. 412-281-4200.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet stop you from being active and getting healthy. Trade in your bad feet for good feet at the Good Feet store.
Woke radical liberals are screwing up this country, but Congressman Guy Reschenthaler is fighting back. He backed one big, beautiful tax cut for working families, increasing the standard deduction for hard-working Americans, ending Social Security taxes for nearly all seniors, and taxes on tips and overtime gone. So call Congressman Guy Reschenthaler at 202-225-2065 and thank him for backing working family tax cuts and putting America first. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
Gobble up some great Thanksgiving specials at Coons Market.
Frozen honeysuckle white young turkeys, 98 cents a pound. Southern yams, 47 cents a pound. And Marie Callender pies, 24 to 42 ounce boxes, 2 for $10. Come see us at Coons.
Do you have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more. Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Lamont gift certificates make great holiday gifts. Through December 30th, buy a $200 Lamont gift certificate and receive an extra $50 valid January 2nd to March 31st, 2026. Buy gift certificates in person or call Lamont 412-431-3100.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done. done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
A headline in Newsweek magazine had me reaching out to my friend Harold Shepley. Newsweek, personal bankruptcy filings soar. Wow. Amid mounting financial pressure. Cornerstone.com, mega bankruptcies surge. In the first half of 2025, inflation, interest rates, and public policy. U.S. bankruptcies running at recession levels. Wow. The retail sector, tough year, bankruptcies through the roof. The most U.S. bankruptcies in 15 years. At a time when a lot of Americans are feeling this angst about what's happening in the economy. I had to grab Harold because he's a friend and he's calm. He's pragmatic. And he's an expert. Debt relief and bankruptcy attorney, Harold Shepley. My friend, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Doing great, Marty. How are you?
Are you feeling what I'm reading, sir? What's happening out there? Are you seeing it and hearing it, sir?
Actually, I am. We send letters out to people who have been sued, and my department within my law firm that does that is literally busier than they ever have been.
Oh.
So, yes, lawsuits are definitely up throughout Pennsylvania.
Oh. ShepleyLaw.com. Harold, help me, man. What's that mean from people who have been sued? What's that mean?
Well, it means they need to do something.
No, what does it mean when you've been sued? Someone's coming after your money or what?
Well, basically, once they sue you, I mean, obviously someone's doing debt collection activities. Yeah, it's just harassment at that point. But when they sue you and they get a judgment, once they get a judgment, they can do bad things. They could freeze your bank account. They can share sale stuff out of your house, and too often times people will just stick their head in the sand and hope it goes away. Oh. And the next thing they know, they're bouncing checks all over town.
Wow. Harold, people blow this stuff off, brother.
They do. Because you think about it, you're surrounded by stresses, through your life. Finance stress creates, marital stress, creates stress within your household. Obviously, people are losing hours at work. Yeah, so you have all these stresses combined with the holiday stress, and it's just too much. People just stick their head in the sand, and they can't. Wow. They need to reach out and ask for help.
ShepleyLaw.com. Hey, what is it that's pushing people to this point, sir? What is it? What are the factors, sir?
Well, the factors is the economy.
Oh.
I mean, everyone knows they're paying at least 2 or 3 times more for groceries than they did a year ago. You go out and everything just costs more. And what I'm finding is actually people are finding their hours cut or, just actual job loss. So they're getting squeezed from both sides.
Hey, Harold, I have a very close friend who has a $50,000 credit card, who's 80 years old, and they signed up with this collection agency that didn't pay squat on the principal. Nothing, sir. And was just taking monthly fees. How the hell's that happen, sir?
Well, there's a lot of fly-by-night companies out there. They're not law firms. Some of them are very large. You can go on the internet and find them. But they don't help you. They don't defend you legally.
No.
And yes, they do. They take advantage of people. And honestly, if you've been taken advantage of, reach out to the Attorney General's office. You can do it online for free. Doesn't cost you a dime. You don't want to go to the Better Business Bureau. They don't have any teeth. But the Attorney General does.
ShepleyLaw.com. Okay, so I have a friend in Florida. They have this $50,000 credit card. Lawyer said they're 80 years old. One person's name on the deed of the house. In Florida, you keep your house. Attorney said Ignore them. Don't pay it. Screw it. They can't do anything to you. What about that theory?
It's quite possible, depending on the situation. I can't speak to Florida, but I can speak to things that have happened right here in Pennsylvania. Yeah. And usually, at least once a week, I have that conversation with someone. They're in a retirement home. They're facing $50,000 in credit card debt. Don't own a house. Don't own a car. There's no need for them to file bankruptcy. There's nothing for anyone to take. They just need to change their phone number so they don't get harassed anymore. So I do have those conversations every day with them.
Hey, man, and then here's what I hear from the kids. Will they come after us for the money? Will they, Harold? The credit card companies?
And the answer is no. Obviously, they could come back against an estate if there is any actual value, but they can't go beyond that. No one can reach into someone else's pocket to have them pay that debt.
Harold, you nailed it, though, brother. There's a movement in America right now where folks can't pay what they need to pay. You're feeling that, aren't you, sir?
Oh, definitely feeling it. And people need to be careful because I was listening to the radio and literally, the other day I was out and about and heard 3 different commercials on these different lending companies, how you can get money real easy. And people are going to fall into that trap for the holidays. And, I just encourage them, don't fall into those traps and don't reach into your 401k and pull money out just to be buying Christmas gifts and stuff like that. And you need to be smart.
Hey, Harold, some of these credit cards are 30%, aren't they?
They are.
That's like
sounds
loan
very
shark.
usurious, doesn't it? Yeah.
That's like loan shark stuff, Harold.
It is. It is. They used to have caps. It seems like they don't have any caps anymore, do they?
Hey, what are the kind of guidelines that tell you to direct someone towards a bankruptcy and debt relief attorney? When do you go there, sir, if you're a citizen?
You need to start reaching out for help when you find yourself relying on those cards. If you literally find yourself, you're spending more each month than what you're paying off. So you paid $500 in credit card bills, but you put $800 on your credit cards, you're in trouble. You just haven't actually felt it yet. And your credit score could be fantastic, but you are actually drowning.
You've seen a surge in clients that need help?
Yes. I see the surge, and I'm seeing people that are being sued 3-4 times.
Whoa.
By different companies.
Oh. Wow.
It's almost like, the sharks smell blood in the water.
Oh.
You get sued by one and, you think it's okay or you try to ignore it. And next thing you know, you're getting 2 or 3 more.
Man, that's stressful as hell. Wow.
Yeah. And they need to reach out. They need to call for help.
ShepleyLaw.com. You're the man. I love your advice, brother. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Love that man. Very, very pragmatic.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The holidays were tricky for the Colonel. He loved people, but he also loved peace and quiet. So he cooked up KFC's $4.99 chicken pot pie. Warm, flaky, with savory sauce and vegetables. It's a tender chicken-filled excuse to get some time to yourself and step away from decking the halls. Whatever that means. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. KFC's Chicken Pot Pie. The best $4.99 you'll spend this season.
Prices and participation may vary while supplies last. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
Selling your home, it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. You could go it alone, trying to navigate market trends, determine fair pricing, and tackle tricky negotiations on your own. You could second-guess every decision, wondering if you're doing it right. Then there's the showings, the offers, and the mountain of paperwork. Or you could work with the expertise of a Realtor, here to guide and help protect as you make your next big move. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Is it soda or is it pop? The very question has baffled philosophers for centuries. At Red Ribbon, we call it soda pop. Coming from a time when every small community had their own soda pop shop to call their own, we bottle Pittsburgh's pop with the same quality and standards as we did when the first bottles rolled off the line in 1904. Made with cane sugar, Red Ribbon Cherry Pop will take you back, way back. Look for our products at any Giant Eagle or Giant Eagle Market District And always remember to drink Red Ribbon.
That musty smell in your basement, dark spots on the wall, don't assume all that's just old house stuff. No, it could be mold, and mold never waits. It spreads, it damages, it threatens your health. Ugh. Service Master Greater Pittsburgh, that's who you need to call. And they don't just paint over the problem. They find the source, they remove the mold, they fix it once and for all. Demand the yellow van. Service Master of Greater Pittsburgh. Call them today. 412-826-1010.
What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family? Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Non-stop flights from Pittsburgh to Sarasota Bradenton, one way for as low as $57. Must be purchased by 12/3/2025 for travel between 10/28/2025 and 5/17/2026. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Partly sunny and 52 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Paul Alexander.
CBS News special report. A federal judge dismisses the criminal cases against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James.
Comey was charged with giving false statements to Congress back in 2020 and obstruction of justice. He pleaded not guilty. James, who also pleaded not guilty, was charged with bank fraud and making false statements to a financial institution.
CBS's John Dickerson. The judge ruling that prosecutor Lindsay Halligan, who brought the charges at President Trump's urging, was illegally appointed. Here's CBS's Scott McFarland.
What the judge is saying here is that Lindsay Halligan is not in the position lawfully because there's a 4-month window in which you could have an acting U.S. attorney serving as top prosecutor. That window closed September 22nd. Therefore, Halligan is not to be the U.S. attorney unless judges choose her to be.
Again, a federal judge has thrown out the criminal cases against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. CBS News special report. I'm Vicki Barker.
Thousands of Pittsburgh families struggling with food insecurity will receive Thanksgiving dinner boxes this holiday, thanks to a local nonprofit. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has details.
Light of Life Rescue Mission is preparing 2,800 Thanksgiving dinner boxes this year, enough to feed more than 22,000 people. Each box meant for a family of 8 includes some of the items needed for a traditional holiday meal, like a turkey, pie, and sides. That's a 20% increase from last year, highlighting the growing need in the community. Working with over 30 local organizations, the mission ensures these boxes reaches families who might otherwise go without a holiday meal. To learn more, visit lightoflife.org or call 412-258-6100. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Springdale Council is set to hear more expert testimony tonight as it decides the fate of a proposed data center in the borough. The proposed hyperscale data center will be located next to a mechanical cooling plant along Duquesne Avenue in Cheswick. Council will consider the proposal at its 5:30 hearing tonight. Council members will have the final say on whether or not to approve the project. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 317 points, the Nasdaq up 583, the S&P 500 up 106 points. KDK Radio News Time is 1:32. Our next update at 2 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, and the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-269-3454. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-269-3454 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-269-3454 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-269-3454.
All right, Patrick, you ate at Hofstad's about a week ago. How good was it?
Amazing.
Right?
Delicious.
And he's a food snob. So add to that, Hofstad's has prime rib Mondays. My boy, the restaurant king, JK. Prime rib Mondays, Hofstad's. Dry rubbed, slow roasted, hand carved prime rib with au jus. I love saying that. Au jus. 2 sides. Mondays. Hofstadts. Oakmont. 4 to 9. Prime rib, brothers and sisters. Go for it.
Medicare can be a maze, but it doesn't have to be. I'm Lisa Loro with Secure Money Health, and I wrote the Ultimate Medicare book to guide you through every step. I've helped many people understand their Medicare benefits, and I would love to help you too. Learn the strategies that make Medicare manageable and ensure you're making the best choices for your health and finances. Visit MedicareBookOffer.com and grab your complimentary copy today. That's MedicareBookOffer.com.
Hey, folks, beginning at 9 a.m. Black Friday at Levin Furniture and Mattress. Amazing doorbusters. Up to 50% off, plus an extra 25% off store-wide. And my friend Robert Levin is throwing in a $50 gift card. It gets even better. 5 years special financing. Hurry. Quantities limited. Without a doubt, the best Black Friday sale ever at Levin Furniture and Levin Mattress Stores. Black Friday at Levin. You got to check it out. Amazing stuff.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine will fade beyond increasing clouds later today with a high of 52. It'll be cloudy tonight with a bit of rain toward morning, low 39. Cloudy tomorrow with periods of rain and a high of 56. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Feeding a big family on Thanksgiving? Jones Turkey Farm has you covered. They offer extra large turkeys that will satisfy everyone. To find out more and save 25%, call Jones Turkey Farm today, 724-352-2450, or visit jonesturkeyfarm.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join us in the Big K Morning Show tomorrow, 5:30 until 10. So much to talk about, including antler deer season. What you need to know next time we talk.
Robert Levin's a bad, bad man. And in my world, if you're a bad man, you're a badass, you make a difference. And I've crossed paths in my life with all of them, and no one is kind and low-key and considerate and generous as Robert Levin. He's blushing. He hates people saying this about him, but I don't care. Yeah. I love the man. You know why? Because people get caught in this, I call it life in the blender. And what happens, Robert, is for many of those people, life in the blender they think sucks. But we disprove that. And you like to do that, don't you, sir?
I like hanging around with you, Marty.
No,
we're in the blender together.
You like helping people, don't you, sir?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to be able to do it. I'm lucky that been able to.
Hey, Patrick sitting here. Over the years, Patrick, how many... I'm thinking it's over 100. How many houses of Levin Furniture have we filled because of Robert Levin?
Oh, my gosh. We're in the dozens now.
A lot of people. And every single time they can't believe it, can they?
No. And every time it is so heartwarming.
Yeah.
To see what it does to change, honestly, it's changing these families' lives. It really is.
Nobody's better at the big reveal than you.
Explain the furniture for families, Patrick, and how they get into this, because we have Robert here today.
Sure. So right now, if you go to kdkradio.com, at the top of the page, you'll see the 2025 Levin Furnitures for Families. That's where you can click the link. You'll find out a little bit about the program and how we do it. And there's a link in there for the form to nominate a family. So tell us a little bit about the family that you're nominating, why they deserve $5,000 in furniture, and how it can help their family, make a difference. It's really that simple.
We give them the toy thing too, right?
Yeah, and then we do a gift certificates because kids, don't get that excited about
the recliner, man.
About the new sofa, but So we added a component a couple years ago where we give a $500 gift certificate for basically getting the kids some holiday presents. So,
my man, you're very aware of your surroundings and the environment that we're in. There's something happened in America. I just had an attorney on here talking about insane bankruptcy filings. I'm feeling it. Are you feeling it, sir? A lot of people are pinched right now. You feeling it?
I think the economy's tough. You know,
Yeah.
we went through that really jump up in inflation, and prices haven't come down. So I think there's, definitely there are folks out there struggling, no question about it.
And you have a couple. Not only do you have the Furniture for Families, you have a couple other charities, sir. That
Yeah.
Tell me, please.
Well, let me just mention a little bit about Furniture for Families.
Yeah, of course.
The amazing thing, it's not amazing, but the number of applications.
Oh, yeah.
We feel bad that we only do 5 a year, where you get hundreds. So I wanted to just mention to your listeners, and I've talked about them before because it's such a terrific organization, faith-based organization that really does a great job providing furniture. So not everybody's going to, get the opportunity, but the Blessing Board.
Oh,
I know you're
love
a huge
them.
fan. They have done so much in providing furnishings for folks. It's really great. They have the 2 locations. If people want to donate to the Blessing Board, they accept donations. They provide furniture free of charge, and so I just want to let your listeners know that there are opportunities for other ways to support these families.
Hey, Patrick, we've been to the warehouse. It's crazy what they do for people.
Oh, my gosh.
They really do a great job.
Furniture, appliances, you name it. They help people out. For
Housewares now,
housewares now.
they're expanding out and doing more, so they can, really furnish your whole home if you're needy, which there are a lot of folks who are. We're doing 2 other things. I just wanted to mention real quick as well, Marty, that we've done for a number of years. We are a location for the food banks, for people to drop off non-perishable items. And this year we're doing something a little special for folks, just to try to incent people to come and drop off food items. Anybody who comes to Levin's, drops off a food item that'll go to the local food banks, will get a $50 gift certificate to Levin's.
Oh,
so
nice.
Just like a little bit of an incentive to come out, shop. You don't have to use it that day, but it's available for you. And then we also are doing our fundraiser for the Free Care Fund at Children's Hospital, which I know you guys are huge supporters of. And we sell a little stuffed animal, a little llama, for $5, and we give all the proceeds to the fund. So those are the activities that we're doing at the holidays, and to try to do our part. And we grateful to be able to talk about it and be involved.
So, wow. Remember the Blessing Board, folks. It's a Christian-based group, they're amazing. And they get furniture through donations. In fact, Levin has given them a ton of stuff over the years.
Yeah, their biggest individual need are mattresses.
Yep,
So we can provide them that in bed frames, but they do, and furniture as well. But if you're downsizing and you don't know what to do with furniture, it's a really great opportunity for everybody, because you're helping other people. You're solving a problem sometimes for yourselves as well.
And with the Furniture Connection, non-perishable, boom, drop it off and get a gift card, right?
And you get a gift certificate, yeah.
Help me out with something. With this economy, how is the furniture business?
Well, interestingly, our business is doing pretty well. Now, we have a major competitor that just announced bankruptcy yesterday. So clearly not everybody is doing well. But we're blessed. We're happy that, our business, maybe because of the length of time we've been in business, we're holding our own, Marty. So I'm happy to report that. But, always have to be, promoting, as you know, and try to get those customers to come through the door. So
I have to tell this story because it matters, and it's personal, and That's why it matters. My sister has pancreatic cancer. She's in bad shape. This is a true story. I was sitting in her living room with her on her couch, which Robert Levin delivered to her house. And she grabbed my arm. This is my sis, Barb. And she started crying. And she said to me, "You tell him this may be the kindest thing anyone's ever done for me in my life." It's crazy, man. What a damn sectional couch. Because she has pancreatic, she has no strength in her legs. We just put a stair lift in. She lives on that couch. And that couch, Robert, has become her home. And I find it to be magnificent that a gesture, and I know you understand this because you've seen this in your life so much as I have, that a gesture of kindness of a piece of furniture can change someone's life. You know what I mean?
She's a great lady, Marty, and, we're pulling for her. And
yeah.
For the family.
Yeah. He's an amazing man. Can you hang?
Sure.
Yeah. We got more. It's a hell of a story.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20. And we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better. Because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-242-3131. 800-242-3131.
Do you have a dark curiosity? Heart Starts Pounding, Horrors, Hauntings, and Mysteries is a weekly podcast hosted by me, Kaylin Moore. Each week, I'll take you on a dark journey through terrifying true urban legends, bizarre true crime cases, chilling tales of backwoods horror, and more. So if you're looking to join a passionate community of the darkly curious, check out Heart Starts Pounding on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. And remember, stay curious.
Ready for the holidays? Beat the holiday rush. Call our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $119 and take $75 off air duct cleaning too. Book online anytime at ZeroResPGH.com.
Colin Dunlap on KDKA.
People in Western Pennsylvania are nostalgic about everything. They could find nostalgia in everything. You could take out a stop sign in Coriopolis somewhere, and people will have a memorial service for it with Heinz ketchup.
Weekdays 2 to 6 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's the holiday season, and there's no better time to gather with friends and family and enjoy the great taste of Duquesne Pilsner. Born on Pittsburgh's South Side in 1899, Duquesne has satisfied the thirst of generations of Pittsburghers with its golden body and crisp, refreshing taste. This Pennsylvania brewed lager is now accompanied by a refreshing 96-calorie light beer as well. This holiday season, remember to grab a Duke. Available at better beer retailers near you. Duquesne Pilsner. Cheers.
Celebrate the people who matter most to you with a AAA membership. The ultimate stocking stuffer that brings peace of mind all year long. From exclusive savings on shopping, dining, and events, to amazing deals on theme parks, entertainment, and even travel planning for that perfect winter escape. AAA helps make every season shine a little brighter. And at the heart of it all, every membership includes their trusted roadside assistance. So whether it's a flat tire or a dead battery, they're just a phone call away 24/7. And right now, you can give the gift of AAA for only $35. And it includes a free household member. Plus, as a thank you, they'll send you a $20 gift card. So go ahead, spread a little joy, a little love, and a lot of peace of mind. Visit AAA.com/gift. AAA, we're always with you.
At Bowser Chevrolet, we're thankful for our customers, and we're showing it with incredible Red Tag savings all month long during the Chevy Red Tag sales event. Get a 2026 Equinox 2LT all-wheel drive and lease for only $299 a month, or get 0% for 36 months. Plus, the new 2026 Chevy Trax has arrived, and Bowser has over 70 in stock and ready to drive home. For well-qualified buyers, dealer doc fee of $477 applies. 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year with $29.99 down. Tax, title, and fees not included. With approved credit through GM Financial. Offers end December 1st. Bowser Chevrolet Monroeville, BowserChevrolet.com.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Predictive Oncology reported a total operating loss of approximately $3.27 million in the third quarter of 2025 amidst a move to diversify its business holdings. Predictive utilizes artificial intelligence to explore possible oncological drug discovery. During the third quarter, it moved to diversify its AI holdings through a partnership with Aether, a company that provides high-performance computing to AI. Also, Bank of America's latest Pittsburgh branch will open its doors to customers today in what the nation's second biggest bank described as a soft opening. The site, located at 1327 East Carson Street, previously housed a restaurant. The Vault Tap Room closed in August of 2022. It'll bring the local tally to 14 for B of A, which prefers the term financial center for its locations. Construction began in June on what B of A calls its Southside Flats location. It will encompass about 4,500 square feet. It'll offer cash services, ATMs, bankers for consumer and business customers, a Merrill Financial Solutions advisor, and private meeting space for specialists. The bank did not say how many staffers would be based there. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
So I was standing in this store in Monroeville, Levin Furniture. Monroeville, it was 6 years ago, March, with Robert Levin. My man saved the family business. I hope people remember this. Without Robert, there is no Levin. And since then, the business has survived and thrived, saving how many jobs? 1,600? How many jobs? How many people do you have?
Not that many, Marty. There were probably about 900.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what compelled you to do that, sir? You could have walked away. You were set.
The company that I sold it to a private equity firm out of Boston. It was that had acquired a big, like the major retailer in the Midwest out of Detroit. And they just mismanaged it, and the company was going into bankruptcy. And I figured, come back, get somebody to help run it. And it was a hairy time, though, because literally the weekend after we had a letter of intent to acquire the company, we were shut down because of COVID.
No.
Yeah. So it actually ended up going into Chapter 7 liquidation, and we bought pieces, most of it back that way. But that was, people are probably starting to forget what it was like in the first couple of months of COVID when you didn't know what was going to happen.
So Patrick, I know Patrick remembers this. The couple were the husband and wife, and the husband had cancer, mesothelioma, from 9/11, right?
Yep. Nick and Margaret Ersta.
That's right. So Margaret gets furniture from Robert Levin. $5,000. This is a true story. Margaret was crying. They filled their whole house. Margaret goes back on her own to get more furniture. Like, what, Patrick? Like $8,000 more. Some crazy number.
Exactly. And she was putting it all on layaway.
Yes. So Robert, this is why I love him. And I'm telling you, he wants no credit for any of this, but too bad. So Robert finds out and pays for all that furniture. What is it about you, man? What's the trigger for you? These acts of kindness.
You may remember this, but right before we thought we were going to come back, I thought I was coming back into business. We did a news conference. That's what you were talking about.
Yep.
We had everybody, and I went on KDKA and all the other stations, and I said, good news, Levin Furniture's coming back. And nobody has to worry about their deposits because we're going to take care of it.
That's right.
And then COVID blew everything up.
Wow.
So I felt I had made a commitment. I was on television saying nobody has to worry that they're going to lose their deposit or not get their furniture. And so I felt that on that one, maybe I'll pat myself on the back on that one. That I felt you have to do it. Wow. And so, I'm lucky to have been in a position to do it. Not everybody could have. So, I'm grateful. I'm really happy how it all turned out because it could have gone the other way.
Yeah.
And I think honestly, I would have felt lousy the rest of my life if I hadn't done it. And so, ultimately, people talk about, is there really altruism or not?
No, I get it.
It's like it makes you feel good. You know what it's like.
You do, man.
Marty, you feel good when you get people to bring the turkeys.
A turkey.
Right?
Someone shows up with an envelope stuffed with cash. Yeah, you're right.
It makes you feel good about life. So I don't know.
That's kind of
That's
cool.
my 2 cents.
No, it's beautiful.
And I just want to wish all of your listeners a very happy Thanksgiving. And
what do you do, man? Big Thanksgiving. What do you do?
Well, we're I think I was telling you my uncle is living with us now. I just started living with us. He's pretty sick. So we're just going to have just our immediate family. So my wife's mother, brother, and uncle. So just 5 of us this Thanksgiving. But
do you cook?
We'll do some cooking.
You will.
We'll both do some.
He's one of my favorite people ever in my whole life. My man has never, ever said no. When I met him, true story, we met across the street, and he came
How
with
long
this.
ago was that, Marty?
It was at least 10 years.
Yeah.
You came with this envelope. You remember the stuff with gift certificates you had from when you left Levin?
Right. Yeah,
and said, give these to some nice people.
Yeah.
My man. All right, my man. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks for doing this.
Thank you, Marty.
Robert Levin, the legend.
All right.
Driven by Jim Shorkey Kia, North Huntington and Wexford. JimShorkeyKia.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
I'm with Joe Potocznik, JP Roofing and Siding. Congratulations, Joe. Triple Crown winner from Owens Corning.
Yes, Larry. We are proud to announce that we are recognized for service excellence, product excellence, and MVP based on marketing leadership and customer service.
Call Joe and his team. You'll get the best of the best. Get a free estimate for roof and siding replacements. Call the roofing replacement experts at JP Roofing and Siding, 412-829-7711. Congrats, Joe.
Thank you, Larry.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I
I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30